Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, welcome to the Potting Shed. Welcome to YGTV. It's Bex and it's Adam, and we're here to spend the next 2 hours, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna have a good day. Yeah. It'll all become clear eventually.
We were doing something silly before we went live. Anyway, thanks for joining us. As always, we are here live on a Thursday afternoon, and we do that every single week from 2 till 4 o'clock. We would love to have your company, and we'd love to hear from you as well. I can see that there's a few of you in the YouTube chat already. James, Jules and Marisia saying good afternoon. Hello to you lot. Lots more watching. If you want to pop into the chat and say hello, please do. We're here live, so why not? We can actually interact with you. Hello to everybody watching on Facebook as well. Stu will be keeping an eye on that for us. And if they want to email, they can, can't they?
They can indeed. And you're going to ask me to remember the email address now, aren't you?
What is it?
I can't remember.
YGTV@YouGarden.com.
That's because you do that bit all the time. I shall remember next time.
Good. Right, what else are we going to tell them about?
We're going to tell them also about free shipping, but there's a thing you need to do with free shipping. We have a code.
We do.
You need to enter the special code. If you enter that special code, it'll give you free shipping on everything in the potting shed. If you do kind of venture out onto the website, though, and you order things on there, you may have to pay some shipping, so bear that in mind. But yeah, enter the code. But also, it will give you all the other benefits. Like if we do a double up, if we do buy one, get one free, all that kind of thing, it will bring all those offers into place. I call it your magic key.
And there are lots of double up deals available on the show today. In fact, Stu's just brought all the details for the Farmyard manure. The honeyberry. I think the poppies are on a double up deal. There's Aquilegia. There's lots of the Sambucus black lace. You can get a double up deal on that as well. So extra savings for getting double the amount is basically what we're talking about. So keep an eye out for all those double up deals. Yes, those Aquilegias. Brilliant. And the manure's a really good one because it's a perfect time of year, isn't it, to be putting the manure down?
Weirdly, I'm going to do a video about that in the next few days, yeah, because if you get it on top of the ground now before anything comes through, the wind, the rain, the frost will get all those nutrients down ready for the plants growing away in spring. Yeah,
it's a perfect time. I've just ordered 10 bags of compost because I'm redoing a border, and actually I think I probably will order some manure to dig that in when I'm digging up through the border. So yeah, get hold of that one while we've got it. We'll talk a bit more in detail about that as well. More of you joining in the chat. Hello, Verna, Rachel and Alistair. Hello to you. Yeah, you're all saying hello to each other as well, which we always love to see. Thank you very much for joining us. Right, we're going to crack on. We've talked about club as well. I know most of you regulars, you all know. Anybody who's brand new, you can save money by joining the club. I'll go into more details. There are two prices on screen. You want the lowest price. Be a club member. You'll get the option to add it into your basket at checkout. Let's talk about some plants though, shall we? Because that's all the boring stuff. The exciting stuff is plants.
It is, yeah, absolutely. That's what we're here for.
The rhododendrons are back in stock. We have the collection, and this is the Rhododendron Hybrids collection. 3 different colours.
Yeah, these are rubbish though, because there's no buds on them.
Yeah, rubbish, aren't
rubbish. What do you want these for?
They haven't got big fat buds on them at all, have they?
Look at these.
Look at them!
I know, and that's the beautiful thing. I mean, these are bursting with May promise. May into June. Beautiful, beautiful flower buds on these. Evergreen. So, you know, even this time of year, you've got leaves. They're not a shrub where you're looking at bare sticks in the winter time.
Yep.
But once the weather warms up, once we get into mid-May, heading into June, the foliage is going to pretty much disappear under these huge, great big flower heads in these 3 stonkingly beautiful colours. And these are a rhododendron that's only going to get to about 1.5 meters, 2 meters tall, probably about the same kind of width, but they're slow growing, easy to grow. They like a moisture retentive soil. And you can see the 3 colours. We've got the gorgeous purple, we've got this pinky red colour. And then also we've got the kind of, yeah, a lilac, I'd say, a lilac-y kind of colour. But they do need that acid soil. So if you've already got rhododendrons, azaleas, camellias growing in your garden very happily, these can grow straight in the ground. But don't despair if not, because these are, as I say, slow growing, quite compact. But
that's coming up. That is on our favourites table. The Philadelphus, it's coming up. We're just giving you a sneak preview of what's coming up soon.
Yeah, so if you want to, you can grow these in a pot or a container using ericaceous compost, and they grow brilliantly well in a pot or a container as well. But honestly, if you want the most amazing colour in May and June, and you want to bring in those pollinating insects, you know, and anyway, what we're going to do, Bex is going to go out in the nursery, we're going to show you exactly what they look like.
We're on the nursery, it's the end of January and the rhododendrons have arrived. We have got the hybrid collection here where you do get a lilac, a pink and a red included. And what you'll be able to see is that they are budding. I absolutely adore the big fat buds that you get on rhododendrons. Now these are absolutely amazing for springtime because these just erupt into bloom and the flowers you get are so glossy, so gorgeous, and they really do cover the evergreen foliage. They're also easy to look after because they're winter hardy, first of all. They're evergreen, so they always have that foliage on there. They like a slightly more shady spot in the garden, which is brilliant for filling those slightly more shady corners. Two things you need to know, really. They need ericaceous compost, that's acid soil, and if you can water with rainwater, that would be the best thing for them.
They're buddy good, aren't they?
Oh, potty mouth.
They are looking good though, aren't they? Literally went out yesterday and filmed that. So I was out with Stu. It was a bit cold and a bit rainy, but we took a little break in the rain and went to get that. So just wanted to show you it because you can see what the stock is looking like. They're all very much looking like this. With this one, you're going to get that £15 saving. So all of them home for £25 and 47 pence, as long as you are a club member and you use the code YGTV0426.
I've always said this, our rhododendrons are completely out of sync with prices everywhere else. Because if you go to a garden centre, rhododendrons and things like Japanese maples are always really expensive. You could pay 20, and this isn't, I'm not just saying this, you could pay 25 quid for one of these in certain garden centres. And Stu just said a good tip, water them with rainwater if you can as well.
Yeah, definitely. All right, you go to yougarden.com to place your orders, by the way, although the phone lines are open during the week. So if you do want to place your order via phone, the details are all on the screen for you. Hello as well to Kevin, who's joined the chat.
Hi, Kevin.
I do want to say hello to everybody as they come in, so hello to you. Right, shall we move on? 511673 is the item number for the rhododendron hybrid collection. We're going to move on. We have a huge range of citrus plants here at YouGarden. Lots and lots of different ones. Oranges, lemons, grapefruits. We've got this wonderful one called Caviar Lime. But I'm excited about this one because this is a new one that we're bringing in for you, and this one is called the Satsuma.
Yeah, we love satsumas. Always think of Christmas time, being as a kid, you know, peeling them, kind of just breaking them up into segments.
And satsumas peel really easily as well, don't they? Which is what I like about them.
Yeah, sometimes when you squeeze them, they've got that sort of slightly hollowy feel, haven't they? And you just, like, literally, the flesh just falls away. But you can definitely grow your own citrus in the UK. I mean, these are on a standard stem, which is great because it makes them look really elegant. Evergreen foliage, so all the year through, they've got interest with these. They will flower for you, and you'll know when they're flowering because the fragrance. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Well, there's some flowering just outside the door, and the citrus fragrance is divine. They have these waxy flowers, sometimes with a little purple fleck underneath the petals, and it'll fill your room with absolute fragrance. And they're kind of self-fertile as well. And also, what you'll get at one point, you'll end up with a plant that's flowering, that's got fruit developing, and fruit that you can harvest. Very easy to look after. Basically, they just need two destinations throughout the year. From kind of mid-spring, once the frost has gone, till kind of mid-autumn, they can live outside and they'll love being outside for the summer in a sunny spot. And then from mid-autumn, just before the frosts, back through to March the following year before the frosts retreat, they just need to be indoors somewhere. Not anywhere warm. You don't have to spend a fortune keeping them all hot and warm. As long as it's bright, cool, and you reduce the watering down, they'll quite happily bumble along through the winter indoors in that position. They'll even flower for you a bit more when you bring them in. So easy to look after. If you ever want to repot them, use ericaceous compost, same as your rhodies. Feed them with citrus feed, and you will, honestly, in time, get your own fantastic homegrown ripe satsumas.
But when we say in time, this one's actually mature enough to start fruiting very soon.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably going to start flowering for you this year because you know, this is such a big shrub. So, you know, I mean, they do take up to a year to mature, the fruits, but eventually you will get into that condition where the tree is doing three things at once. It's flowering, there's fruit ready to pick, and there's fruit developing.
Now, we do have a Citrus Grove collection coming up a bit later for you, which is a project. So those are the ones that come in the 9cm pots, and you need to grow those on. I reckon those are 3, 4, maybe even 5 years away from being able to fruit. Wonderful. Got it as an option for you. If you want to skip to the good bit and you don't want to, you know, have to grow on for 4 or 5 years and wait for those fruits, this is the one to go for, okay? You're going to get a £15 saving on this one, £25 and 49 pence. A question I constantly get asked on this one is, can I keep it in a greenhouse over winter?
Yes, as long as your greenhouse doesn't drop below 0.
Exactly, yeah.
And your greenhouse can drop below 0.
Yeah. Sometimes greenhouses, unheated greenhouses, can get colder inside than outside. So if you've got like a frost protection heater like I've got in mine, even if it goes down to just +1 or +2 in the greenhouse, it will be fine. It's just those minus temperatures you need to avoid with your citrus.
Just wanted to make that clear, okay. Okay, so 680335 is the item number if you would like to go for the Citrus Satsuma, ready to start fruiting for you. Use the code YGTV0426, you'll get that £15 saving. And this rather weighty plant, honestly, it's that Sicilian compost, it's really heavy, that will get delivered with no postage cost attached to it at all. We're going to move over, well down I should say, we've got the manure down here for you. Now remember that this is a double up deal, and now is the absolute perfect time to get this in or on the ground. Let's have a little trip to Sean's beautiful garden and see how he was using it.
So I'm just adding some of our professional farmyard manure to this area. The reason I'm doing it is because I've got this huge eucalyptus. In a nutshell, it zaps every bit of moisture and nutrition from this entire area. So it's really difficult to grow things underneath it. This makes a huge difference. So first of all, it really improves the texture of the soil. If you've got maybe heavy soils, it can really help in terms of drainage. And also just things like whatever you're planting, when you actually add this, it just allows those roots to get so much more in terms of nutrients. Now, it's very rich in NPK, your nitrogen, your phosphorus, your potassium. That's going to help with the total development of the plant. And actually, healthier plants mean that they're far more disease resistant as well. Also, as I mentioned, improves texture of the soil. So if you've got heavy soil, it can help improve drainage. Funny enough, it also suppresses weed growth as well. It makes the soil a little bit more opaque, so it's harder for weeds to grow. Another advantage, it improves microbial activity, so everything that's happening inside it is also boosted. There's just so many wins of actually adding this to your soil. Great if you've got raised beds and you're growing crops, you know, your fruit and veg. Great in container planting as well. And you'll be pleased to know there is no nasty smell. This manure has been really, really well broken down, so it just smells like regular compost. And I tell you what, I know that if I do this whole area, I will be able to grow some really, really nice plants, and they're going to be so much more healthy and so much more vigorous.
Literally in the last couple of seconds of that video, Adam went, he looks knackered. I think he did look shattered, didn't he? Right, double up deal is available. So you can get both bags for £24.99. Delivered price, actually you'll get it for a bit less if you're a club member as well, because you can take your club discount off there. To get the double up deal, you put 2 in your basket. If you only put 1 in, you'll only get 1. With the double up, you have to put 2 in your basket, enter the code. That's how you get those savings. 2 will go quite a long way.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could probably, with one of those bags, I reckon you could cover about a couple of square metres.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. Yeah. So
just dig it, you don't have to dig it in too deep. It's just onto the surface and just mix it in,
I'm going to be doing this the next couple of weeks. I do it with my beds and borders this time of year every year. Put a nice, I put a layer over about 1 inch deep, 1.5 inches, 2 inches deep. And then if you've got a little tiny border fork, you can just lightly kind of dig it in, or just lightly hoe it in. We're only in the fourth week of January. We've got February, we've got March. The wind, the rain, the frost, the snow, the worms, they'll pull it all down into the soil, and then it's there to hold the moisture and feed the plants when they start growing in April and May.
Okay, here's the website. This is how you do it. So make sure that you add both of those into your basket. Look, we've added 2 of the manure in there. They're showing up at £17.99, but let's have a look and see what we can do. £35.98 is the price on there at the moment. There's no postage showing. Oh, bagged products don't have postage anyway, do they? Yes, that's why. Right, put the code in, and there you go, look, £12.50. So you can save a little bit more, look. Should be £24.99, but in the club, if you are, you'll save another £5.40. You'll get those home for under 20 quid. That's under £10 a bag.
You could even,
awesome.
In the club, you could use another £5 voucher.
Yeah, if you've got any left. Go on, do it. Right, we're moving on though, because we've got lots to show you. We want to get through everything, and we only have 2 hours to do it. So we have got the Perovskia. This is called Prime Time. It's in the sage family, and we've also got a double up deal available on this one. Now, Adam and I were talking about this before we came live, and you were saying, weren't you, how Flipping tough this plant is.
This plant is. It's Perovskia, and it's a beautiful blue flowering plant as well, and it will grow in the most awful, wretched soil. Honestly, the most gravelly, stony, dry, nutrient deprived, sandy, ghastly soil. It is really, really good for growing in those tough spots. It is bonkers drought tolerant, by the way, once established. Last summer, for instance, when we had that really hot, dry summer, this will go for week after week, month after month with no rain at all. It's got this beautiful, what we call glaucous blue foliage that's very, very fragrant. Smells like sage, literally. And then you've got these great big spires of blue flower heads that look great for week after week after week. And if you want to bring pollinating insects into your garden, the bees, the lacewings, the hoverflies, the butterflies, they'll adore this. They'll flock in huge numbers onto these Perovskias, and they will look good for all the way through the summer. In fact, even in the autumn, don't cut these down straight away, because once all the flowers drop and the leaves come off, the branches have like a silvery kind of look to them.
Yeah.
So they look really nice just left through the winter. When they get covered in frost or a light fall of snow, cut them down in the spring. Once you start to see the new shoots come through. And Bex, if you have a little squidge, even now, of those stems and smell, even now you get that.
Oh yeah.
You get that sagey fragrance, don't you?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So this ticks
Yeah,
so many
really
boxes.
smell that.
Loads and loads of boxes, this ticks. Yeah, they normally have a mad root system, Perovskia.
Yeah, beautifully rooted,
Yeah.
ready to get planted, raring to grow. Well, it is. You can go for a pack of 3 if you want to, but you can double up and you can go for 6 of them for £21.97. It's a double up again, so make sure you put it in your basket twice. That's how you're going to get 6 of them. Did you say the size it'll grow to? It's about a metre, isn't
Yeah,
it?
about a metre and a half
And each
tall.
one's spread about, what, 50?
Yeah, probably about half a metre wide.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you can Chelsea chop these as well if you want to as well. But
Lovely.
you don't have to.
We'll tell you all about Chelsea chop when we get to that time of the year. 511498 is the item number. If you want to go for that, get that in your basket. Use the code. You can do the double up deal as well if you want to. There's loads of you in. Marissa, your senior question about satsumas will come to you, my darling. We're going to move over to the Aquilegias. Now we've got a double up deal here, and I'm a big fan of Aquilegias. They like a shady spot, and they're really weird and wonderful flowers.
They are stunning, and I'm kind of glad we've done these two side by side. It was accidental, but so we've gone one plant that likes absolute full sun and can be baked and really drought stricken, to a plant that will flower in shade and will do very well in moist soils. But Aquilegias, again, are really tough perennial plants. So they come up in the spring, they have the most beautiful leaves, almost like kind of fern-like leaves, and then these great big flower spikes come up in these wonderful mix of colours and have like a little spur on the back of the flower. And again, if you want to bring in the pollinated insects, I mean, look at the stamens on these. These are dripping with pollen, they're dripping with nectar. All day long, you'll see bees' bums in these buzzing about, and they make a kind of lovely little buzzy noise in the flowers, and they flower for weeks. And sometimes if you trim them down after they're flowered, give them a good drink and a feed, occasionally, more often than not, they will send up a fresh lot of shoots, and they'll give you a second flower display a little bit later on. And they flower quite early in the year. Normally, sort of first part of May, they flower. So they're one of the first really bold, grand kind of perennials to come into flower. But they are silly, silly tough. They'll get through any winter. They'll seed about, and they'll come back year after year after year looking beautiful.
They kind of fill a gap, don't they, as well, because they flower for you after your spring bulbs have gone and before your big bloom, of your summer flowers. So it's a really good one for filling that little gap there. This is what the bare roots are going to look like. You're going to get 10 per bag, so up to you whether you go for 1 bag or you go for 2 bags. This is the crown of the plant here. And this is the bit that you need to not plant too deep, do you? Otherwise it'll rot.
Yeah, exactly. So basically the little crown bit, just where the leaves come out, you want that just above ground, like you would with a strawberry plant, for example. But basically, if you find the highest root on that stem, and make sure that highest root is just below soil level, you won't go wrong. You'll be fine. And there's a really good chance these will flower for you this year. I'd be surprised if you get no flowers on these.
I would be surprised as well.
Yeah, and they send down this great big taproot, and once you've got them, they come back year after year after year, and they're quite promiscuous. They like to have a bit of hanky-panky with the bees, and then they will seed about and there's a really good chance you'll end up with your own totally personal hybrids that nobody else will have.
I never do anything with mine. I just leave them alone. I mean, yes, I could deadhead them, I could cut them back, I could extend the flowering season, but actually
the seed
they
heads
do
are really
well.
nice.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
Yeah, seed heads are really, really pretty. So I would leave them on afterwards. And then once you see the little seedlings, don't wait until they get too big, because they have this great big taproot. Lift them really quick, pop them on, and you'll have loads more plants.
Double up deal, put 2 in your basket. If you want 20 of them, put 2 lots in your basket and use that code. My word, $8.49 for 10 of them or $14.99 for 20 of them. That's brilliant. 580101 is the item number. Oh yeah, $14.99 is pre-club savings. You can take more money off that one as well. Let's move on. I'm excited. I've got one in my garden. You've got some in your garden.
I have.
We have both got the Chelsea Flower Show Plant of the Year from 2025. This is the 3 9-centimetre option that we've got for you.
It is. I remember the first time we brought this to our backs, and I said to you back then, I want this, I'm going to have this, and I've got it. And
Me too.
So looking forward to it. It's the world's first pink Philadelphus, which is incredible. It's got the most amazing fragrance as well. Only gets to about 1 metre, probably 1.5 metres tall, so it's super compact. But when it grows, it has these lovely upright stems, and they will flower pretty much all the way from the base to the top for a long period of time. Some of the kind of more well-known Philadelphus have quite a short flowering window. You can see there, look, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So you've got these clouds of beautiful blush pink flowers. You've got fragrance. In the autumn, the leaves turn a super gorgeous bright yellow before they drop, and it will take any amount of frost. You can grow it in the open ground, but also it's compact enough to grow in a container, and it will bring in those pollinating insects. Honestly, if you're going to buy 1 plant today, and we hope you buy more, but if you're going to buy 1, go for these, because you will adore these this year, and they grow quickly. They may even flower this year. They flower from quite young plants, but to have a pink Philadelphus, fragrance, pollinators, compact, in a pot or in the ground, hardy, beautiful autumn coloured foliage, what more do you want? And that's a lot of boxes ticked.
I'm going to put one up, and it's going to be a present for my mother later on this year. I've decided already. I've got the triple pack, and yes, I mean 3 of them will fit in your garden because it is compact. So you could have some in borders, you could put 1 in pots, but I'm definitely going to keep 1 or 2, and I'm going to give definitely 1 to my mum. I think she'll love it. 511759 is the item number if you want the Chelsea Flower Show Plant of the Year from last year, 2025. That is the Philadelphus Petite Perfume Pink, saving £10 on that one. Now we're bringing you the Hellebore Double Ellens next, because it's a really good time of year to be bringing you this, because they're all in bloom right now. Something that we do here at YouGarden is we bring you things that you should be planting in your garden right now, and we also bring you things that are going to look amazing in your garden at this particular time of year. And right now, Hellebores are stealing the show, aren't they?
Definitely. I mean, what is so crazy about Hellebores is when you look at the flowers, you can't believe that such delicate-looking flowers have got the cheek and the audacity to come into flower now. Now, I will just point out to you, these ones might be slightly taller than the ones we're sending out to you, because what we've done with these ones, we've grown them on just a tiny bit because we wanted to show you the beautiful range of colours. But pretty much all the stock I've seen in the 9-centimetre pots does have flower buds on. But these are the sort of colours. You're going to get these lime greens, you're going to get purples, you're going to get pinks, you're going to get whites. Some of them got speckled flowers, and these are very, 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 very hardy. And they've got evergreen foliage. They'll grow in full sun, they'll grow in shade, they come back year after year, and they're also a bit cheeky when it comes to the bees, because these will seed about as well. 6 varieties, 1 of each in the collection.
Let's go back to Sean's gorgeous garden, shall we, and show you where he grows his Hellebores.
I love this area of the garden. I've got lots of Hellebores, and they love being underneath this eucalyptus tree. They love a woodland kind of setting. They're great in a shady spot. I've got mixtures such as the double Ellens. One of my favourites here is the Christmas rose. And they really add so much beautiful colour throughout the winter months. And when the daffs are out, snowdrops, crocus, when they're mixed amongst the Hellebores, it just looks magical. So in this woodland area, I've got lots of ferns from YouGarden. I've got primulas, primroses, the daffs are out. But for me, the Hellebores really steal the show.
So those shady spots in your garden, they can be tricky to fill with colour. Lots of foliage plants you can grow in shade, but there's less flowers. Hellebores are definitely one of them that you can put in there. Once you've got them, you'll always have them as well, because they are promiscuous little blighters.
Sound says.
561309 is the item number if you would like to go for that. 6 9cm pots, big saving. 21.21 is the price you'll pay as a discount club price member. Right, we're going retro for you next. And I love a bit of a retro plant. But do you know what? With anything, listen, fashion. I remember saying once to my mum and dad, I'll never wear flares. And my mum and dad take the mickey out of me every single time they see me in a flared pair of trousers now. I remember the day you said. Fashions always come round constantly, and it's the same in gardening. Niphofias used to be amazingly popular, then they went out of fashion for a bit, but they're back.
They're back big time. I remember where I grew up as a kid, my next door neighbour Joan, she used to have a huge patch of these red hot pokers in her garden. I was only 5 or 6 at the time. I remember them as clear as day. And
I bet they were like giants to you.
They were, but I loved them, Bex. I found them fascinating. These are your bare roots. You're going to get 5 of these bare roots, and they're an incredible flower because they flower over a long period of time. You don't just get a big flush and they're over. They can flower over a good couple of 2 or 3 months. And then as the flower comes up and it opens out, it has this beautiful kind of yellow at the base and orange at the top. And these are very, very tough. These would look really nice growing along with the Perovskias that we've got.
They would.
They would grow in very much the same kind of area. These do very well in very well-drained, sunny kind of positions, moisture-retentive soil. But they will grow in drier soils once they're established. But they're a little bit different to a lot of herbaceous perennials in that they do keep green foliage through the winter. They don't completely die down, so you do get a little bit of interest still, and you just leave that foliage through the winter, tidy it up a little bit in the spring, and then kind of from late spring through into summer, you'll see these great big flower buds emerge, and they can get to a height of up to about 1 metre sometimes, but generally round about sort of 50 to 60 centimetres. And they will bring in, again, all the pollinators. If you want bees, butterflies, lacewings, hoverflies, they'll bring those in. And they are just stunning. I mean, look at that. That picture says it all, doesn't it? Imagine a corner of your garden with this colour for week after week after week. If you want to create one of those hot borders with all the reds, the yellows, the oranges, definitely go for Niphophia or red hot pokers.
I adore them. Honestly, I think they're fascinating as well. It's a double up as well. So 2 bags for £12.99, less if you're a club member, of course. If you just want 1 bag, 5 bare roots, £8.49. It's well worth it. £12.99 for 10 of them in your double up. Put 2 in your basket. You're going to take another 10% off it. It's £7 5 pence. 11.5. Yeah, £11 and 5 pence. Stu's trying to get me to do maths. I don't do maths, Stu. I do plants. Okay, 580067 is the item number. What are you saying?
One quick thing I just need to say. All our bare roots today, whatever one we talk about, they all can be grown in a pot, by the way, as well.
That's very true. All right, Amber, hello on Facebook. Nice to have your company. Thanks for joining. Lovely to have you with us. We'll just give you a quick reminder of some of those bare roots because we have more available for you. Obviously, those Aquilegias, we knew that they would be popular. That is why they've been put onto the favourites table. It is a double up deal. Shade-loving plant, really weird, wonderful, gorgeous, exotic-looking plants that we've got there. It's 10 bare roots, but you can go for a double up deal and get 20 of them. You'll get those for £14.99 and take another 10% off that if you are a discount club member. Once they're in, they're always in as well, and they will be promiscuous with each other and create their own wonderful little hybrids. 580101 is the item number for those ones. We also have poppies coming up for you in a little while. 3 bare roots, but double up so you can get 6 of them. They're the Oriental poppies. Great thing with these is that they can flower for up to 6 weeks of the year. You'll get multiples. Once those plants get established, we're talking maybe 20 flower stems as well. Really winter hardy, herbaceous perennial, and you can get them to do a second flush of flowers. If after they finish flowering you cut them back, give them liquid feed, you can sometimes get them to reflower a second time in the same season as well. 580063 the item number. We've got Lily of the Valley, but we haven't just got white Lily of the Valley. We've also got
pink lily of the valley included in there as well. So you will get 10, we will give you the details, don't panic. We will get 10 of the white bare roots and 5 of the pink bare roots, and you're going to save £12 and a penny on that. £15 and 27 pence for 15 bare roots. That's just over £1 per bare root we're talking there. 580132 is the item number, and another one actually that'll grow in a slightly more shady spot in the garden. So we're helping you out with those shady spots. Those pinks are gorgeous, aren't they? Mix those in with the white ones. They're going to look amazing. Excuse me, having a drink. We also have Eden's perfume available if you want to get your peonies planted. This one is gorgeously fragrant. Obviously, we know that peonies tend to be beautifully ruffled and layered with all of their petals. And this is also a double up deal, so you can get 6 bare roots here. If you put 2 lots in your basket, you can get those home for £21.97, a little bit less if you're a club member as well. If you are wondering how to plant if you're wondering how to plant bare roots, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Hello to everybody watching on YouTube, also on Facebook. If you want to get in touch, please do say hello in either of the chats or send us an email to ygtv@yougarden.com whilst you're learning a little bit about planting bare roots. Bare root plants come in a variety of different shapes and sizes. It could be flowers like the ones I've got here, the bowl of beauty peony, or maybe it's the Amirose, also known as the foxtail lily. But it could also be things like your grow your owns, your fruit trees, your apples, your pears, your cherry trees, or maybe even peaches as well. The principles of planting are all fairly similar, and I'm going to talk you through all of those. But what is a bare root and what are the benefits to us as gardeners? A bare root is a dormant plant that's been kept in cold storage, which means it's kept in this dormant state. The benefits to us are, well, you pay less for them. You're not paying for the pot, the compost, the amount of time it's taken somebody to grow them on, so it's a much more economical way of gardening. The maintenance after planting is much less than a potted plant because you're only planting these in autumn and winter. And thirdly, you tend to get a larger selection. A lot of varieties aren't available as potted plants. Now, the first step to planting a bare root is to give it a really good drink. What you need to do is put it into a bowl of water or a bucket of water and give it a soak overnight. That really wakes the plant up, and then you can get on with your planting. Now, each plant is going to come with its own specific guidance on how and where it needs to be planted. Whether it's going into a ground or going into the pot, make sure you've got some really good compost. Our premium professional compost is the absolute best, and then we can get on with planting. When planting peonies, it's important to look at the depth you're planting. They don't want to be too deep or too shallow, because ultimately that will mean that you don't get as many flowers, if any at all. So you're aiming for between 3 to 5 centimetres below the soil surface, and any of those beautiful bud points that you can see, have them pointing upwards as much as possible. So I've filled a pot with the premium professional compost. I'm aiming for 3 to 5 centimetres, buds pointing up, and I can cover that over. It doesn't need any extra winter protection because that will add layers on top of the compost, and we don't want to plant it too deep. The Amirose is very similar. I'm going into the pot and container, so I'm just going to make a little planting hole, and I'm going to spread those roots out so that they can reach for the moisture, reach for the nutrients, and just cover with the compost. What I will do next is water those in, and ultimately I can now pretty much ignore those. The important thing to remember with bare roots is that they are going to stay dormant over winter. They're going to focus on getting those roots in without having to support leaves and flowers, which is why planting bare roots can be amazing for the actual plants and give you even bigger and better results. They may take a year to establish, but you'll be so happy that you've planted that bare root. So why plant bare roots? Well, it's very simple. They are more cost effective, so it's a wonderful way as a gardener to fill your garden without spending loads of money. There's a bigger variety available as bare roots as well, so you can fill your garden with as much colour and variety as you want. And it's such a simple and easy process. If you can plant a bulb, you can plant a bare root. So why not fill your garden with those wonderful bare roots and shop our range here at YouGarden? So I know I was talking about sort of specific bare roots within that video, but actually, you know, a lot of the theories in there do relate to various different bare roots as well. The majority of the ones that we're bringing you here, they're all just don't plant them too deep, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, basically just go down the stem where the highest root is on the stem. Just make sure that is just below the soil level and you won't go any far wrong. Honestly, you can't go wrong.
All right, that is your details then for the Aquilegia Macana hybrids. 10 bare roots, double up, you can get 20 of those. They don't get massive, so I think you can find space for them. Yeah, they're not huge, are they?
But they are so, so pretty and beautiful. Really
all right.
Beautiful.
Mauricia, hello, my darling. You were asking about the Satsuma and does it need, you said transplanting, I'm assuming repotting? You don't have to do it straight away, do you?
No, I mean, I would suggest if you're going to repot citrus or any kind of house plant or anything like that, wait till the spring. So wait till about March, April time, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to transplant it into a bigger pot and then it's sitting in this massive wet compost with no roots sort of penetrating into it. So wait until the roots start to grow actively, then you can repot. But just remember, use ericaceous compost because they like an acid soil.
I was going to show you the roots, but
should we give it another go?
Go on, you can do it. I'm sure you can. You're going to make a right mess. Yeah, well, we might leave that for a sec. He's doing it. There you go, look.
There you go.
It's nice and rooty, but it's not desperate to get replanted.
No,
and obviously
no.
It is a bit dormant at the moment. It's not in its active growth season yet. So you can keep it in that pot. My citrus that I've just got hold of is in the nursery pot and it's sitting in my conservatory and it's going to sit there until we get into the warmer weather, at which point I might choose to repot it at that point. Dingo's been in touch as well. Hello, Dingo. Been taking in new terrapins. He's got one from Scotland, which is quite away from there down to Dorset, isn't it? It is Dorset, he is in Dorset. Scotland to Dorset, that terrapin's been on a right journey, and now apparently sitting with his feet up, deciding what to buy.
What, the terrapin?
Yeah. You imagine the terrapin's just like, la la la. Yeah. Right, moving over. I'm going that way, look. He's shuffling us. He's moving the camera. That means move, quick.
I know, it does, yeah.
This way.
Yeah, he's been very strict today.
He is being very strict. Right, let's move on, shall we? We have got a brand new Rose of the Week for you. We bring you a new Rose of the Week every single week. And it means that you're getting a fabulous rose at a brilliant price. I know we're in bare root season at the moment. You would think we're bringing you a bare root rose, but actually this one is a potted rose at a bare root price. It
is £14.44 club discount price. Go to a garden centre in kind of May, June time, buy this pot grown. You could pay $24.99 to $29.99 easily for a pot grown rose, but don't do that because this is a really, really nice climber. You can see the flower there. It's got almost like that old English rose kind of look to it. It's what Bex, you call it petalicious.
Petalicious.
It's definitely petalicious and floriferous. You have to say that slow.
Well done.
But it's a really beautiful climber that's got a medium fragrance, but it only gets to about 2.5 metres tall. It's not going to be one of those crazy climbers that's sending out these huge, great big shoots and you're panic stricken because you can't get up there and tie it in. This is well behaved enough, but will grow to just the right height for growing over a pergola, an arbour, perhaps to hide a garage wall, perhaps on a fence panel. Anywhere where you've got that bit of space to give it some support, and it could be trellis or wires. It will flower from probably late May, especially the way the climate is these days, all the way through till autumn. And if you deadhead it, it will repeat flower. So you're going to get those flushes of flowers all the way through the summer. But it's another one of these flowers that has that kind of bicoloured look to it, where the middle of the flower is a slightly different colour to the outside, and that will probably change even more. As that flower ages, it'll probably pale down to almost like white on the very outside before the petals finally drop. So if you want a climber that's easy to grow, not ridiculously rampant, you could grow it in a pot or a container, repeat flowers, has a medium fragrance, good disease resistance, and these stunningly beautiful flowers that will keep repeat flowering all the way through to autumn, go for this.
I love ginger syllabub. Honestly, it's a really pretty one, and the fragrance is, I know we say medium fragrance, but it's a good fragrance you get on this one. 780068 is the item number if you want to go for this week's Rose of the Week. Rose of the Week. It's £14.44 for that potted rose as your discount club price. Tracy in Oakham, hello to you. You are on Facebook, I believe. Tracy, did you go to the Rutland Flower Show? Because you're local to us. I was there. Who else was it, Stu? Sorry. Debbie. Oh, Debbie says my highly scented bare root roses arrived yesterday. Exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the that lovely fragrant collection that we did? That's got Double Delight, Chandos Beauty, and Lemon.
That's it. The
Lemon.
magnet.
Yeah, the magnet, that's the one. Very good. Pleased to have that. Pleased for you to have received that. And Hussein, thank you and welcome to you. Hello on Facebook as well. Pop in and say hello in the chat. We love to talk back to you. In a good way. I don't want to talk back to anybody. My mother told me off for doing that.
Children should be seen and not heard, I was always told.
Interact with you. There you go. Let's move on. We've got another double up deal coming up for you next. This is the Sambucus. Now, this one is called Black Lace. I adore this one because for me, this is very much like an Acer. It's not an Acer, but it fits in so beautifully with the way an Acer looks.
This is a plant that is very, very close to me every day because we've got a huge one of these growing at the end of our bungalow and it is absolutely stunning.
Right, and the end of your bungalow is painted white.
It is, yeah.
So that is perfect because that is the kind of look that you get.
And that's exactly what you get. I mean, you've got this against a white wall. The contrast is amazing and it's such a versatile, adaptable shrub as well because you can leave this to get to 2 to 3, possibly even 4 metres tall if you've got the space, but you don't have to let it get that big. If you want to, late winter, early spring, you can prune it right down to about 18 inches tall and it'll reshoot and it will send out thumping great big new shoots, can get to like a metre, a couple of metres tall in the first year that you've cut it back. But what it will do, it will flower for you and the buds come out a really dark pink colour as you could see there. Then they go to this sort of pinky white and they're contrasted against this dark kind of coloured foliage and the flowers are really, really fragrant. And my hubby made like cordial out of the flowers.
You can't you, with this one?
And the cordial was so nice. It's very drought tolerant once established. It'll get through any winter. You could grow it in the tub as well if you want to. And it will bring in the most amazing amount of pollinated insects.
The pink and black together, I mean, the contrast you're getting there is absolutely incredible. And of course, you'll get the contrast with the black foliage on this against the, the greens and things in your garden as well. Now, you are going to get 2 if you want to go for the double up deal. And I think 2 would look amazing, don't you?
You could, I mean, if you've got sort of the end of the garden, you could put 2 either side at the end of the garden, or you could plant one where you just harvest the flowers to make the cordial. The other one you could just leave to bloom and enjoy the blooms. But honestly, you will not want just one of these.
No.
You might want one in the front garden, one in the back garden, because they are so easy to grow and they are so beautiful on so many levels and hardy and drought tolerant.
Okay, 510394. If you do want 2, you want to take advantage of that double up deal, put 2 in your basket. We won't automatically do it. You have to put the 2 in and then enter your discount code to get your free postage and your saving there as well. Big plants as well. I know they're bare at the moment, but you can see there's loads of buds and shoots coming off them, but they're big established plants already, okay? Right, let's move on. We have got another double up deal for you. So this is the bare roots and we have the beautiful Oriental poppies next for you.
And you can already see these. I mean, these are already sort of itching to start growing in the ground. So you've got these beautiful little bare roots here. Look at that. That's a really, really kind of nice vigorous little root there. And same what Bex was saying earlier on. So if you kind of look where you've got this little crown bit at the top, so you just really want to plant it so the leaves, that base of that crown is just proud of the soil, and then all the rest is under the soil, and these will root in really, really well for you. And if you want some partners with these, the Perovskia would grow well with these, or also if you wanted to grow them with the black lace, because they would look beautiful growing at the base of the black lace.
I always say with poppies, if you are trying to emulate a cottage garden, country cottage garden, which I think is, mostly at the top of people's lists when they're trying to design their gardens, you have to have poppies in there, don't you?
Definitely, because, I mean, look at these, Bex. These are your quintessential cottage garden plant, aren't they? And just the colour range in these as well. You've got that dark black button in the middle. Some of them have got like dark splodges on the leaves. You've got pure whites, you've got deep reds, you've got pinks, you've got peach colours. The foliage is really, really nice as well. And these are super, super drought tolerant. Really, really drought tolerant. All they ask of you is a nice, sunny, well-drained spot. And you can get a double flowering period on these. So if you trim them back after the first flower, give them a good liquid feed, quite often they'll send up another lot of growth and they'll give you a second lot of flowers. Okay,
so it is a double up deal. You could go for 3 bare roots if you want to. That's 1 pack. Or you could add 2 packs in and get 6 spare roots. £14.99. Take off your club discount as well there. Put 2 lots in your basket if you want that double up deal. 580063. And for anybody new watching, you go to YouGarden.com, the website, to place your order. That's where you can also join the club to get that lowest price. I can give you more details. Give me a shout if you want to know more. Tracy, hello my lovely. Am I going to the Rutland Flower Show again this year? Oh, you saw me last year, thank you. I am hoping so, yes. I have been in touch with the show organiser just before Christmas, and he did say he wants me back and he wants me to be the show ambassador again. So fingers crossed that actually happens. I hope so. I'd love to do it again. It was so exciting last year.
And you were brilliant.
Thanks.
You were.
I was terrified, but I did love it. So yeah, I'd love to go again this year. Let's move on, shall we? We're going to go on to another double up. No, this one isn't a double up deal. There's 2 bags because you're getting 2 colours. Sorry. So you are getting white and pink Lily of the Valleys.
Yeah, I might get on your pip with these, but the great thing about these is that double colour. I mean, the pink Lily of the Valley or Convallaria has not been around for a long, long time. So to get that mix with both of these is incredible. Now, Lily of the Valley is probably the most well known for its fragrance.
Oh yeah.
It is classically. Oh, look at that! That is so nice. And they're a really good plant for growing in those north or east facing borders because they do very well in shady areas, kind of where you grow your Corydalis, blue heron, or where you'd grow things like the bluebells, foxgloves, hostas, Japanese maples, all those sorts of areas. That's where Lily of the Valley love to thrive. And there's just one little thing really Lily of the Valley ask of you, is their happy place is where the soil always stays moist throughout the year. They do not want to be bone dry during the summer. So if you've got that kind of spot in the garden that doesn't even get baked during summer and it always stays reasonably damp, plant your Lily of the Valley there, mix them together, and in a year or so's time, you'll have that beautiful mix of pink and white Lily of the Valley, both fragrant, gorgeous leaves as well. They spread. They'll kind of colonise an area when they're happy. You can pick little bunches of these and bring them indoors. You only need about 4 or 5 stems of these in a little vase, and they will fragrance your whole living room. They are so fragrant. And in the autumn, the leaves turn a beautiful yellow before they die down.
I love it. Do you know I've never grown Lily of the Valley?
Oh, Bex,
never
come
done
on.
it.
You've got to do it.
I should, shouldn't I?
I'm lucky because I've got a north-facing border in my garden, and every spring I've got just in fact, I took some out because they went too bonkers.
Yeah.
And every spring I have masses of these beautiful white flower spikes. And last year I planted the pink one after it had flowered. I bought it kind of late in the summer, so I'm hoping this year I'll have a pink flowering one coming up as well.
Exciting, isn't it? I love this time of year when you're getting excited about what's coming. We've got over the hump now, haven't we? I know we've still got February to go, but we are so close to it all. It's the exciting time of the year.
Light till nearly 20 to 5 now
as well. I know. I can't wait for light mornings as well. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it's good.
It's coming, everybody. Right, your Convallaria, the Lily of the Valley pips are available for you. 580132, the item number, 10 white, 5 pink, £15.27 is your discount club price. Marissa, we love you. Stu's been chatting in my ear. My Japanese cherry has arrived, and Derek has been whipped into action for planting this weekend. If he forgets, he will not have his Sunday breakfast. We love you.
Way.
I wish I could whip my husband like that.
Perhaps he does as well.
He's not the gardener at all. Tracy, thank you. She says, fab news, I'll be in Rutland again. Yeah, fingers crossed. She says, always good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just jumping back on these a minute. Actually, no, you can't. That one pink Lily Valley I bought in a pot, I paid £8.
Yeah.
For just one single one in a pot.
Muppet.
I know.
Look,
there
you
go.
Get 5 of them in here.
Just
10 white ones.
Just saying.
580132, as I say, is the item number. We're moving on to the Rose Amirose. This is a little bit different in the rose family. This is your ground cover rose.
It is. When you look at the pictures of this, look at that picture there. So you would think you've got 2 different varieties of rose in that one container. But what this rose does, literally like that, that's the 2 contrasting colours you get from exactly the same plant. all that happens is the flowers change colour the older they are. So I think they open out that kind of peach, nectarine kind of colour. Not nectarine, yes. Oh, tangerine, that's it. And then, as the flowers mature, they become more of a kind of a purple, almost like a geranium purple kind of colour. And it's a ground cover rose that sort of spreads, doesn't get very tall. I think we say about 50 centimetres, kind of max really. And once it starts flowering, sometimes when we talk about roses repeat flowering, we talk about, for example, flushes of flower, whereby we mean you go for 3 or 4 weeks without flower, then you get flower, then you get another gap, then you get flower. The Amirose is great because once you get this established, there'll barely be a day that goes by that you don't have some flowers on one of these plants at a time.
All the way through the summer.
All the way through, constant.
Absolutely. 580132, the item number if you would like to go for the rose. Oh no, that's the Lily of the Valley. We'll change the details. Stu will press the button and give you the Amirose details. Oh, it's 2 buttons apparently, not 1. There you go, 14 centimetre pots. It's just over £7 per plant for club members. Busby, please, can you let me know what you mean? Pete's Garden, was it Pete's Garden Club? I'm not sure what you're asking for. If it was Pete's Garden Club, just let me know, and Stu will look into it and find out what's happened to it. I don't know what Pete's Garden is. Is it the club that he used to do? Apparently it's an old club that used to run. There's still plenty of members of it, but I don't know any details of it. But just let me know if that's what you're talking about, and then we'll see if we can find out some details for you. Okay, 531245, Rose Amirose. Now, if you're going for any of these things, you're probably going to need some compost, aren't you, to go with it? And of course, we have our premium professional compost for you, the best compost you're ever going to use, the highest rated, the thing that we sell the absolute most of here at YouGarden, and this is going to be for the majority of plants that we're bringing you. There's a few of our ericaceous acid-loving plants, you know, the citrus, the rhododendrons, but for most of everything else, this is the stuff they need, isn't it?
And we do have one to cover that as well if you need it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. I mean, I've probably used over 1,000 bags of this, not in my own garden, because that would be ridiculous. My garden would be that high, wouldn't it, in compost? But I mean, use it for customers as well. And it's one of those composts that once you start using it, you will not use anything else. You know when you find a particular brand of something in a supermarket, and you always want to buy that particular one, and you know when you turn up some weeks and it's not there, and you're like, oh, that's really annoying, because I do not want to buy a substitute. I want to stick with the one that I love and trust. This is what will happen to you when you start using this compost. I always get bags stored. I had about 5 or 6 in my garden yesterday. I've had another 5 delivered. 6 delivered, tell a lie. Yeah, my hubby will take like 4 around the front, and we just use it for so many different things. A lot of people have been asking me recently, can I use this for seed sowing, which we're going to start doing, aren't we? In the next couple of months, we're getting the seeds home. We're going to start off the fruit, the vegetables, all the bedding plants.
Your dahlia tubers.
Oh, everything, Bex. And, and that's the great thing about this. When you grow seeds, they just germinate like crazy.
Yeah.
And even after a couple of weeks, when they've only got like a few of the little true leaves, when you find you start to lift them out to pop them on, you already notice they've got roots about a couple of inches long. So it could be your seeds, it could be your house plants, it could be your fruit, your vegetables, transplanting, potting things on, improving the soil. You said that you'd even mix some with some sand and you brushed it into your lawn as well to kind of like act as a lawn dressing.
Yeah, whenever I'm digging weeds out my lawn or anything like that, I mix it in together and I put it in the holes where I've dug all the weeds out. And I'm going to be doing. I've never looked after my lawn particularly, but it's my birthday next week, and guess what I've asked for my birthday?
Go on then.
I've asked for a scarifier.
Hey,
I'm going to do it. I'm going to get on the lawn care, and you can mix this in and use it for your lawn care as well, can't you?
Yeah,
help
afterwards.
those grass seeds to germinate.
That's it. Yeah, I mean you could do a little bit of spiking afterwards as well, and then use this as a lawn dressing, and that will really stimulate the lawn, especially if you're going to put a bit of grass seed down. But you've got slow release fertiliser. It's peat reduced. It's pH balanced. You've got a wetting agent. It's delivered to you to your door. store in cardboard boxes, 80% recycled, 100% recyclable. No messing about, I need to say another word then, no messing about at the garden centres with wet, slimy, horrible bags. And honestly, you'll become a compost snob once you start using this.
Yeah, just like us. 100064 is the item number. It's the 240 litre bag option. £18.67 is your delivered price. You don't have to hump it, you know, to and from the, or home from the garden centre or anything like that. We'll deliver it direct to you. If you want to have a look at everything that's available, by the way, on the website, go to YouGarden.com. If you're looking on a PC, there'll be a Live Now button there. If you're looking on a phone, you might have to go into the menu to get to it. It's right at the bottom of the menu, but then you can scroll down and you can have a look, and here is everything that we've got on the show. If you are looking on a phone, scroll left and right on the pictures, because it's like a carousel, there's more of them. Of course, you can just type the item number in and go straight to the product page, but if you want to look at everything that's got the free postage attached to it, because it's on YGTV, then this is where you go to look at it. Let's give you a reminder of some of the items that we have shown you, and there is more coming up. We're here until 4 o'clock. We started off the show with those rhododendrons, didn't we? It's the hybrid collection. You will get 3 included in there. You've got 15 centimetre pots. You're going to get a lilac, a red and a pink, and these are showy, beautiful, gorgeous flowers. Around May they come into bloom, evergreen foliage for the rest of the year. You can maintain these at around 1 metre in height. They can be container grown, they can grow in the ground. You just need acid soil in order to grow them, and preferably in a part shade location. That's where they're really going to thrive. We've got citrus, we've got a whole range of citrus, but today we are bringing you the citrus satsuma. So you're going to grow those lovely little oranges on here. Easy peel, which is what I love about a satsuma. Another acid loving plant, and one that needs a little bit of winter protection. So bring it in winter, put it outside in summer, soak up all of that sunshine. Big saving on there with £15 off, 680335 the item number. The Farmyard manure double up deal, 2 of those bags, they are 50 litres each. You can get 100 litres of them. We reckon 1 bag will cover at least a couple of metres squared. Perfect time to get them on the ground. Just hoe the manure in. It's going to feed all of those plants, replace any of those nutrients, ready for the active growth season. 100148 is the item number. Put 2 in your bag if you want to get 2, if you want to take advantage of the double up deal. Strolch is up next for you. So 2 9-kilogram bags, does everything. Slug and snail repellent, winter protection, retains the moisture and suppresses weeds. £28.02 is your discount club price there. Delivered again, remember, no postage to pay, and it will be 2 bags you're getting. 1 bag covers 3 metres squared. Perovskia was the next one. So Russian sage here grows absolutely anywhere. Rubbish soil, bright sunshine, not an issue. It ultimately could grow to about 1 metre in height, got a gorgeous fragrance to it. Pollinators are going to flipping love it, and you'll get 3 of the 9 centimetre pots. £12.72, or you could go for the double up deal if you put 2 lots in your basket, £21.97, or less than that if you're a discount club member. Remember to take 15% off. Now then, we've got the Aquilegias. This is the most popular item on the show. Not surprised about that at all. You can get 20 bare roots for £14.99, or take another 15% off, £12.25 I think that is. 580101, grows in a shady spot, perennial plant, easy to look after. It's a bit promiscuous, and it'll create its own little hybrids over time as well. Next up, we have got for you the Philadelphus, the plant of the year from Chelsea last year. 3 of the 9 centimetre pots available. First ever pink Philadelphus. Gorgeous pink fragrant flowers you get on here. Pollinators adore it, and it's only going to grow to about 1 metre in height. It's winter hardy, it's easy to grow, and the best thing about this is going to be that fragrance. And of course, the fact that these are pink flowers on there as well. £16.97 is your discount club price, and you're going to get 3 of those. I hope my mum isn't watching, because I'm going to give her one as a gift later this year. Next up, double Ellens, Hellebores for you, 6 9 centimetre pots. Hellebores are the thing in the gardens that are stealing the show at the moment. If you want a gorgeous winter garden, you need Hellebores in there. You're going to get different varieties. They've got lovely different colours, speckled petals on there as well. Another one that can grow in a sunny spot, or more valuably,
valuably, in a shady spot in the garden. Make sure that they don't dry out. That's the most important thing. 561309, the item number. And then we've got the Red Hot Pokers, a double up deal here for you, where you could get 10 bare roots if you put 2 lots in your basket. Having a little bit of a resurgence as far as fashion is concerned. They used to be popular sort of back in the when Adam was a child in the 1800s. No, back in the 70s, they were really quite popular, and they are become. The fashions have come around and they're really popular again. They are stunning, gorgeous plants. Pollinators adore them as well. 580067, the item number. The Oriental poppies are one of the other double up deals we've got for you. So you could get 6 bare roots. You've got those wonderful mix of colours. It's a herbaceous perennial. It's very easy to grow. You'll get a couple of flowers first year, second year, but then they can, once they get established, you can have loads of flowers on here every single year. And of course you can get them to reflower a second time. If after they finish flowering you cut them down, give them a liquid feed, you can sometimes get them to reflower again in the same season. 580063, the item number. Then we had Lily of the Valley for you. You've got the pink and you've got the white here. 10 of the white, 5 of the pink. Another flowering plant that doesn't mind a bit of a shady spot, which we absolutely adore. Very easy to grow, and of course you've got that gorgeous fragrance as well. 580132 is the item number on that one, and you're going to save lots of money simply by entering a code, and of course you won't have to pay postage either. Got lots more coming up for you. We've got more citrus, we've got some more herbaceous perennials, we've got some wonderful edibles for you as well. Oh, the olive planters are back in, and we've got a twin pack on the olive planters. Those are gorgeous pots. We've got new pots coming later on in the year as well, so make sure you're always here. Right now we're doing our shows every Thursday 2 till 4. We'll let you know if that changes, but right now it's every Thursday 2 till 4, and you can catch up at any time on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on our website. Now, I have talked about the club price a lot, and I would like anybody who's brand new watching at the moment to join the club, because you pay less for joining the club. Here's all the details.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
So yeah, it's really easy to join the club, and you're going to get that 15% discount off of everything site-wide, but also in the potting shed. And remember, you get free postage when you're in the shop in the potting shed as well. You have to use the code to get those savings and to get that free shipping on there as well. Right, we're bringing you over to the olive planters. I will just tell you, Mauricia would like to employ you as her gardener. She will pay you with Cornish pasties.
That's a deal. Sounds good to me.
It's not going to be too good for the waistline, though, is it?
Well,
eh?
that's gone to pot
That's
anyway.
gone
To the dogs anyway. So you know.
Tell me about it. Right, let's move on. Oh, Suzanne says I'm going to extend my border, so this will come in handy for mixing in with it. That's the manure, I'm assuming. Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing the same. I'm extending my border. I've got a bag of strulch I was going to mix in because it's clay, and I've got the compost which I'm going to mix in. But I think I might get a couple of bags of manure and mix that in as well.
And also the bark chippings we do. They're good for mixing in
Yeah,
really kind of clay soil.
There's a lot of digging to do.
All
Can't
helps.
wait. Right, we're moving on. We've got the pots for you. We have got Adam's planters back in the potting shed. It's the twin pack of the olive green planters.
Aren't these gorgeous?
Aren't they just?
I mean, these look so high end. And honestly, if you walk past these in somebody's garden, you wouldn't think plastic.
No, you wouldn't.
You would think kind of like, you know, proper ceramic, high-end glazed pot, nice and deep, nice and wide, drainage hole in the bottom, and also, see those little little round, you just see them in the light there, look. They're extra places where you can drill more holes if you want to. There's actually a little kind of drill thing there on the bottom, a little guide to show you. So yeah, but you can actually knock those through with just the end of a screwdriver if you want to.
Yep.
But UV stable, frost resistant, tough, strong. If this was a ceramic pot, I wouldn't be doing this with it.
No, you wouldn't.
It'd be too heavy.
You wouldn't do that with it either.
I wouldn't do that with it because then it'd be crocs. It'd be useless. But olive planter has got this beautiful olive motif.
The thing with this olive planter, because of the size of them, 40 centimetre diameter, nice depth, you can make these the permanent home for lots of plants, can't you?
Loads and loads of things. Well, we'll be talking about, well, I'll tell you what, if you wanted to, you could even use these.
You could. That would be so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I might do that. I might get the olive planters for my citrus.
That would look just
That looks
awesome
very kind of...
yeah, it looks really kind of Tuscan.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, really
That's why
kind
you're here.
of sort of Mediterranean-y kind of look to it. Or we're going to talk about something else. Oh, I'll tell you what else would look good in there.
Oh, do you know what else would look good in there?
You got me on one now.
Trachycarpus.
Trachycarpus, tell me the
Do
truth.
you know what I think would look good in here?
Look at that, Trachycarpus, that looks gorgeous. Again, you're creating that really Mediterranean, kind of Spanish, Italian kind of feel to it. Oh yeah, your
That
Sambucus.
Sambucus with the black foliage
Yay.
contrasted against the green and then the pink flowers, that's going to look amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and especially spilling over the edge becks as well, that would look
I'll tell
beautiful.
you what I've got in one of them. I have got one of my aces in there. I've got the burgundy coloured one, the Atropurpureum, and that contrast against the green is absolutely amazing. They're tough, they're resilient, they're lightweight, they're beautiful, and you are getting a twin pack off them, so £29.73, so under £15 per planter there, which is an amazing price, 130505. Quick one on the Sarcococa for you, because we have brought it in a few times. Now, we have brought the price down on this to £16.99, and yes, this is the size you're going to be getting. It is kind of, I think we're calling them end of season, but we do actually stock them year round. But now's the time to get it, isn't it?
Definitely, because in another couple of weeks, it will start flowering.
It will. Mine
will.
is always towards the end of January, and then throughout February it's flowering. Mine always comes out at the end of January.
It's more of a tease than the most teasy thing you could ever meet, honestly.
It's been budding since beginning of December.
I think since Moses was around, to be honest. But eventually those buds will open, and you'll know when they're open because the fragrance will hit your nostrils in the most beautiful way, and those flowers are pure white with a lovely red hood to them. Stu's got one. I've got one near my patio doors. You've got one, Bex, haven't you?
I've got two.
You got two, yeah. Evergreen, tough, hardy, good for full shade, can grow in full sun as well. Doesn't get any pests and diseases. I'll only ever get about this tall. Will spread kind of about that sort of width. Grow it in a pot, grow it in the ground. As Bex showed you, it looked beautiful in the olive planter. But yeah, so it's a double up on these as well.
It's a twin pack.
Oh, just a twin.
Yeah,
well,
it's a twin pack.
Twin pack is
With a £25 saving.
Yeah.
Marissa's saying she's got these pots with her Sarcococa in, so it's a perfect combination. If you want to send us a picture, Marissa, do that. The Sarcococa, by the way, that's the 4.6 litre pot that you're getting. It is 510579, the item number, $16.99. That is an insane price for that, honestly. The smaller one we do, apparently we did that for £20 last year, so the price on that is just bonkers at the moment. If you've been on the fence, now is the time to get that. I can't imagine that being that price
and no
again.
shipping.
Right, the planter details, just in case you missed them, 130505, the item number. You will get both, so you only need to put like one in your basket. It is already a twin pack. Yeah, if you put 2 in, you'll get 4 of them. And I would at that price, honestly. £15 a pot there is insane. 130505 is the item number. You did show us the Trachycarpus in that pot, which would be perfect for it. I got my Trachycarpus in the heavy-duty pot, but if you want something a bit more decorative, that would work really nicely, wouldn't it?
That would look stunning in there.
It'd live in there for quite a while.
Years. Yeah, you could probably keep this here for 5 or 6 years because they don't mind being pot-bound, and this is hardy down to -20 minimum. So doesn't need fleecing or protecting anywhere in the UK. Even at this size, hardy to -15, -20, not a problem at all.
Yeah.
So, and I think they look glorious in there.
I love the Trachycarpus. I mean, I'm a big fan on sort of palms and things anyway, because I want to create that lovely tropical feel in the garden. You know, when you go, oh, this one's Stu's look in the corner of his garden. That looks amazing.
Look, and you can see how big the leaves get. I mean, the leaves on the one we've got here are reasonably small, but once these get a rump on, goodness me, the leaves get huge. And that is nowhere near how big it is going to be eventually, but it is so tough and hardy, because some palms we do say in cold areas, you know, you need to fleece them or bring them in. I've been to Scotland oodles of times, and I've seen great big mature ones of these growing all over Scotland, and they have really cold winters compared to the rest of the part of the UK, and these don't flinch.
I love them. Got one for myself last year. Sorry, it was Suzanne who said she's got these pots with her Sarcococa in. Olwen's back.
Hi,
Hello,
Olwen.
Olwen. How are you doing? She has just ordered the Aquilegia twin pack. Well done, you. Very good. Stu, are we going to go to your garden, Stu? We're going to go live. Stu's got a security camera at home that you can just link into. We're going to go live to Stu's garden. Look, there's this Fatsia. And there's the Trachycarpus. Oh, look at the fig looking brilliant over there as well.
There's some little figgies on there still. Like,
what's in the blue pot, Stu? But that there. Is that a Christmas tree? Heavy duty with the cypress fern in. Where's your ceanothus? Is that round the corner? Oh, hang on. Oh, there's a speaker in the way. We can't quite see the ceanothus at the moment. Nandina loropetalum, you've got a Formium there, Sarcococa. Oh yeah, Escalonia looking nice. There you go, just been on a trip to Stu's garden.
Nice, isn't it? Live. Just imagine if you flipped on him and somebody's breaking up his patio doors. Like, oh.
Right, 680242 if you want to go for the hardy palm, the hardiest of all of the palms. If you don't want to mess about with, you know, fleecing and wrapping and protecting and moving and all the rest of it, go for the Trachycarpus. You can get a wonderful tropical display in your garden and plant it, leave it, love it. You'll never have to do anything to it, will you?
Don't, no, just sunny spots, sunny and well drained, but it will take part shade as well.
There you go, £21.24 is the price if you'd like to go for that one. Let's take you back over to the favourites table. We're going to start with the red hot pokers. We've got the beautiful Nifophias for you. We have got a double up deal available for you on the Nifophias as well. So it is a bag of 5. Yes, bag of 5, but you could get 10 if you go for that double up deal. Put 2 in your basket.
One quick thing I'm going to say as well, if you love the olive planters, then all of these bear root you could grow in the olive planters, but you wouldn't need to put them all in. I mean, for instance, if you went for Nifophias, you could probably put 3 in one of those big pots.
Would you leave 3 in? Because they can, you'd want to divide them later, wouldn't you?
I'd kind of go for 3 to start with, just to kind of bulk it out.
So that it looks good this year.
And then eventually, you know, then you could lift and divide, and then sort of put 1 in. But you know, all the bare root do well in pots, and they also do very well in the ground. But the red hot poker is stunning because it's hardy. All of these are hardy. And when we talk about herbaceous perennials, what we normally mean is plants that emerge from below ground in spring. They flower, they set seed all throughout spring and summer, and then they die down back underground during the winter. Now, most herbaceous perennials do that, but these are really good as well because they actually keep quite a lot of green leaves above ground, even in the middle of the winter, which is unusual. So you're not looking at, you know, just an empty space, but in the summertime, once these have established, you'll get weeks and weeks, in fact over 2 or 3 months, of these fabulous flower spikes coming up, sometimes up to a kind of a metre tall, 65, 75 centimetres tall. gorgeous orange colour at the top, bright yellow at the bottom. These are going to be festooned with pollinated insects because they really make literally a beeline for these. They're tough, they're hardy, they're easy to grow, and you'll have these for year after year after year. They're really, really stunning.
Double up then, so put 2 lots in your basket. You will end up with 10 of those home if you do that double up deal. You have to put 2 in your basket to access that. It's $8.49 if you just want to go for the 5 bare roots. That's entirely up to you. And remember that they will grow, so they can get up to about 1 metre in height, the flower spikes, and each plant will eventually spread to about, 40, 50 centimetres.
Easily, yeah.
Not the first year though, so you could put 3 in a pot, like Adam said, if you want to, and then divide later on. 580067 is the item number on that one.
Is that what grizzly bears get when they stop dyeing their hair?
What?
Bare roots.
Bare roots. Yeah. It's like me. I've now got the bare roots because I've stopped dyeing my hair. Right, moving on. We've got the Hellebore Double Ellen collection for you. 9 centimetre pots here. So these aren't the plugs that we often bring you. These are the slightly more established ones. Now, these ones have been grown on a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah, these were been kept under glass a little bit, these ones, and we've grown them on just to kind of show you exactly what they look like. But these are already flowering outside. They start flowering generally just as the snowdrops begin flowering. And they can go on for 2 to 3 months, all the way from as late or early as late January, all the way through into March. They'll grow in sun, they'll grow in shade, beds and borders, pots and containers. They're evergreen, so all the year through, you have these really very attractive, interesting, glossy leaves. But then in the depths of winter, they produce these really amazingly colourful flowers. I mean, if you're new to gardening, if you knew nothing about gardening, you saw these, you would think, these must flower in May, June and July during the lovely sort of warm summer months. They don't. They decide to flower in the most harsh, miserable, gloomy time of year, which is to our benefit because they so lift your garden at that awful time when everything else is looking really, really sad and miserable and pathetic. These just keep flowering away and they don't care how cold it gets.
Just don't let them dry out and they'll be happy for many, many years. 561309 is the item number if you'd like to go for them. You're going to get 6 of the 9 centimetre pots. They're already beautifully established. They're always fabulously rooty. I never have to be concerned. Look, you've got some great roots growing on there. That focus is not playing, is it? £21.21 is the price. You are getting a big saving on there. Those 6. I can't even do the maths, but that is super cheap, basically, the price you're paying for those ones. Let's move on, shall we? The Philadelphus have actually been very popular, and I'm very, club members, £3.53 each. You would not pay £3.53 for a 9 centimetre Hellebore anywhere.
No.
I genuinely don't think you could find that anywhere.
Most garden centres will pop them in a 2-litre pot and they charge you between 8 and 9 quid for one.
At least.
Easily.
Right, Philadelphus, been very, very popular.
Do you know that garden centre I always talk about?
Yeah, the one with F, not B.
Yeah, the one with F is closing down.
Is it?
Yeah. Too expensive.
Too expensive. Nobody's shopping there, that's why.
It's gone. It's on the market.
There you go. Do you want to buy it?
No.
Can't afford it.
No, they're going to build houses there instead.
Are they?
Yeah. Just thought I'd let you know that.
Moving on. Right, we've got the Philadelphus for you. Very popular today. I can definitely see why. Adam and I have both chosen to get this and have this in our gardens.
I want that. Not this picture, the one just before. I want that in my garden.
Absolutely.
Because this was Plant of the Year at the Chelsea Flower Show 2025. That is like kind of winning an Oscar, basically. It's the plant equivalent of an Oscar because there are literally thousands of contenders for Plant of the Year at the Chelsea Flower Show, but this one stood out for so many reasons. First of all, it's the first pink Philadelphus that anyone's seen. Generally they're white, sometimes they have a little kind of blotch in the middle, but this has got those beautiful blush pink flowers that are absolutely pumped with fragrance. It pulls in the pollinators like no other plant you can imagine. It's incredibly hardy. It's compact. You could probably only see this getting to about 1 metre, perhaps 1.5 metres maximum. So it's great for growing in pots and containers. And the flowers are all the way up the stem, from the base to the top, and it's got this lovely kind of open, airy texture. I mean, look at that picture there. That is literally how this will grow. And as you walk past it, in fact, you don't even need to be near it. I mean, on a warm day, that fragrance will envelop you. You'll absolutely love it. And then in the autumn, the leaves turn a really buttery yellow before they drop. So again, if there's just one plant or kind of one item you want to get today, I'd definitely recommend the Philadelphus Petite Perfume Pink.
I love it as well. I can't wait. Pink Philadelphus.
And fragrant.
And fragrance.
Yay.
And 3 of them with a big saving as well. It's just brilliant. 511759, the item number if you'd like to go for that. Hi, Grimmy. Lovely for you to join us. I'm so sorry the new time slot doesn't work brilliantly for you, but thanks for making the effort and joining us. You know you can watch them back anytime, but obviously it's nice to be live and interactive, isn't it? I appreciate that. Thank you so much, though, for making the effort and coming to join us. Moving on, we have got the gorgeous Aquilegias for you. This one is the most popular item on the live today. And Aquilegias, we love these because they flower in the shadier spots in your garden and they just keep doing it year on year.
They're one of those perennials, you plant them, love them, leave them. They are really tough, really robust, and they need no attention, and they will actually seed about. You'll end up with your own individual unique hybrids. They only get to probably about 18 inches tall, thereabouts, and they will do well in that north or east facing border. They're like a woodlandy kind of perennial, but equally they'll do well in full sun. They're not that bothered, to be honest with you. And each flower is multicoloured, and you get that little spur that comes out the back of the flower. I think lady's bonnet is a common name for them as well. The foliage turns lovely and yellow later in the summer before it dies down. But every year, reliably, without any problems or difficulties, they'll come back for you. They'll form beautiful, great big clumps. You might get half a dozen stems per plant, and each plant will have many, many flowers on, multicoloured. And these are what we're sending out to you. Now, if you've never done gardening before, you might think, what's that idiot doing? He's standing there. He's got, he's pulled them out the ground. There's no soil around the roots. Well, what do you think I am, an idiot?
You're going to kill them. They're not going to grow.
No.
Have a look. There's green bits coming.
Precisely. This has been going on for a couple of 100 years, if not more. Bare root. We lift plants during the winter time when they're dormant. And it's such an economic way and a really environmentally friendly way to increase the amount of plants that you can have. You could go to a garden centre with one of these flowering in May or June and pay £8-9 for a plant in a 2-litre pot. Don't do that. These are probably going to flower for you this year in 2026, and they'll keep flowering for year after year after year. And you're going to love them. They're adorable. They are so, so pretty.
Okay, it's a double up deal, so you can get 20 of those bare roots. This is the most popular item that we've had on the show today. Put 2 lots in your basket to get those 20 bare roots. $8.49 if you just want 10. $14.99, but take your discount off there as well if you want to get the double up deal and get 20 of those bare roots. 580101 is the item number, a really gorgeous one there. The last one that we've got for you on the favourites table is the Perovskia. This is within the sage family, and it's called Prime Time.
Yeah, Russian sage. This one ticks many, many boxes as well because it's very, very hardy, minus 20 degrees. Not an issue for this, but if you're looking for a perennial for that tough spot in your garden, have you got one of those areas in your garden that's south facing that you just cannot keep moist no matter what you do with it? Perhaps you've got really dreadful soil. It's stony, it's gravelly, it's sandy, it's shaly, and other things really struggle. They don't thrive. They can't get through the heat and the drought. Go for these. These Perovskias will absolutely go mad in those kind of situations. They love full sun. They love good drainage. They'll grow incredibly well in poor soil. They get to a couple of 2 or 3 foot tall. They've got the most gorgeous fragrant foliage, and they flower for month after month after month with lovely blue flowers. Really, really easy, tough, and don't rush to cut them down at the end of the summer because the spent flower stems actually look really nice during the winter time, especially when they're covered in frost. And then sort of mid to late spring, what you'll find is they create this kind of woody base, and in mid to late spring you'll see little new green shoots coming up from the base. At that point, take the old growth off, and every year from this height they'll go to this height and they'll give you those months of flower. And if you want pollinating insects, grow these, because the bees, the lacewings, the hoverflies, They just love them.
They'd be a good one for people to put at the allotment, wouldn't they? To bring pollinators in, and the fact that they just don't need a huge amount of your care and attention.
Well, I think brilliant idea, Bex, just from the pollinator perspective, because if you grow things like runner beans and peas and all those kinds of things, and you need the pollinators to come in, plant these, and they'll bring those bees in for you, and they'll jump off of these onto your fruit, onto your vegetables, and you'll get more crops.
All right, you can get a double up deal, so you can go for 6 of them if you want to. 511498 is the item number. If you want the 6, put 2 lots into your basket, and then use the code to get your free postage. Of course, you will get your club savings if you are in the club as well. Right, Anne, was it Anne? Yes, it was Anne. Yeah, looking at it. Oh, I think he's messaged you back already. Yeah, it's all sorted. Let's come back for you. We have got to remind you of the olive planters, because since we showed you these have been very, very popular. Not surprised, they're always very popular for us. We often bring it to you as a single, but this one's actually the twin pack, and you're going to save a huge amount of money. Works out at under £15 per planter.
And they, correct me if I'm wrong, but these ones are a little bit more darker olivey
They do
colour.
look a little bit darker, don't they? They had like a more sort of bluey tone to them last year.
So these have got, look at that deepness of colour. Look at the sheen on these as well. You've got that real shine. I always give the example, if you're kind of rushing past somebody's garden on the way to the train station or taking kids to school, you would not, look at this and think, oh, they're plastic. They really look like glazed ceramic pots. They look high end. And you've got this beautiful kind of detailing here, this olive motif on the front. And they are deep. These pots are deep, they're wide. So pretty much everything we've got on the show today, you could grow in these pots forever or for a good sort of 3 or 4 years. This Trachycarpus, for instance, be quite happy in here for 3 or 4 years, and they don't mind being a bit pot bound. But I mean, we ran around earlier, didn't we? Pick up the Sarcococa, one of those rhodies, for instance. If you haven't got acid soil in your garden, you could fill one of these up with ericaceous compost, and you could plant one of our beautiful rhododendrons in there.
That would look amazing, especially when the flowers come as well, the contrast against the green pot. Ooh. Okay, 130505 is the item number if you'd like to go for them. You will get both of them because it is a twin pack. £29.73 is your delivered club price. No postage to pay. Make sure you join the club, please, and make sure you use that code, because there's big savings to be had simply by entering that code. Go to YouGarden.com if you would like to place your order, but we also have the phone lines available if you like to speak to people. It's becoming a rarity these days, but sometimes people like to speak to people.
But under £30 for
two of
those. Two of those. And they're big.
They're huge. Let's go over. We're going to head back over to... Sorry, I left that right in the middle there to trip over. Trying to trip you over there. We're going back over to our Lily of the Valley pips for you. It's a collection where you're getting the pink and you're getting the white. 10 of the white, 5 of the pink, and it's all in one collection.
Let's have one out. I'm going to get me trusty secateurs.
Do it.
And I'm going to do a little...
Let's show you what the pips look like.
A little cut across there, and we'll get one of them out and we'll show you. That was a nice neat cut on there, wasn't it, Bex?
Wasn't it? Yeah, you've ripped that bag to shreds. Never mind.
Oh, look at the roots on this. These are beautiful. Right, let's have these out. Now I'm going to show you. Bring it forward. Where's a good place for you, Stu?
Right, there's a little band around here. Yeah. We won't take it off, but there's a little rubber band around there. So all of those 10 pips are included.
Yep. So there you go. And look at the beautiful little shoots. That's it. Look at that. You can see them just there. Look at these beautiful. In fact, there's every chance that these will flower for you this year.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If we'd left these in the ground, they'd flower anyway, wouldn't they? And they do not know they've been lifted out the ground because they're dormant. From when they've been lifted to when they go back in your garden, they don't know they've been on that journey. If you want these to keep flowering year after year, there's just one thing to keep Lily of the Valley happy: plant them in soil that never ever truly dries out. They do not want to be drought stricken during summer. So if you can find that moist area in the garden that always stays damp, dappled shade is fine. They will grow in a sunnier spot if they stay moist. And every year you're going to get in spring these beautiful spikes of not just white, but unusually pink flowered as well.
Everyone's got the shady corner, even if you're... So I've got a southwest facing garden, but that means that the bottom of the garden is pretty much constantly in shade because obviously the sun's shining at the house. Everyone's got that shady spot. That's where those are going to go.
Sorry, Bex, go on.
No, I'm done.
No, what I'd recommend is as well, get hold of some of our compost and dig in some of our compost into the soil before you plant these as well. Because again, if you can get that really kind of loamy, healthy soil with that moisture retention from our compost, that will get these on their way really happily.
Details are on the screen if you'd like to go for the compost. It is available for you. 80 litres, 2 bags, $18.67 is your delivered price on that one as a club member. 1000064, YouGarden.com to place your order. Right, we're going to move on to a few things we haven't seen just yet. I mentioned the Citrus Grove collection earlier. This is your project. In here you're going to get an orange, a lemon and a lime. They're not going to fruit for a few years, but this is part of the journey, isn't it?
I'm going to let you talk about these because you've done these. You're the citrus queen.
Well, I haven't grown. I've got the more mature one personally. But listen, if you want to, and this is what gardening is about sometimes, isn't it? It's not just about skipping forward to the good bit. Sometimes it is. But sometimes it's fun to go on that journey with the plant, like I'm doing with the Dixonia. That's exactly what we're talking about here. It's going to be 3-4 years before these are ready to fruit. But that's the satisfaction, isn't it? When these do fruit, you're going to be absolutely amazed, aren't you? You're going to feel so good. And you're getting all 3 of these included in here. Remember that they aren't winter hardy, so you're not going to take these outside just yet. You're going to have them in pots and you're going to put them into a nice cool room in your home, your conservatory maybe, the porch. They have evergreen foliage on there. The flowers that come through are insanely sweetly aromatic. And then you could be picking and growing your own oranges, lemons and limes in just a few years' time. Make sure you've got ericaceous compost, acid soil when you're repotting, water freely and well during spring and summer, and drastically reduce it down in winter.
Yeah, and if you can, use rainwater, not tap water, especially if you're in a high lime area. But yeah, the journey of growing citrus. A lot of people sometimes are a little bit jittery about citrus. They're like, oh, I don't really kind of know how to grow them. But honestly, they are very, very simple.
They're easy, aren't they?
Yeah, you just follow the basic rules. Always make sure they've got ericaceous compost. Protect them from the really cold temperatures during winter. Give them a summer holiday outside in your garden, and you will be so surprised how easy it is in 2 or 3 years to be starting this fruit growing journey. And you can grow 3 different types.
If oranges, I can do it, you can do
everybody can do it. Oranges, lemons and limes.
340081, all 3 of those for under £17. That is a great price and a wonderful fulfilling journey to go on with your gardening. Right, we are going for the Rudbeckia next for you. Now, Rudbeckia is a herbaceous perennial, so there isn't a huge amount to look at the moment, but there will be.
I've got these. I've got loads of these. Yeah, I got these. I've got loads of these, and these will flower this year.
Yes, they will.
And you will be blown away by how much they will grow in 1 year as well.
Yeah.
From that, by the end of the summer this year, they'll probably be 12 inches, 18 inches tall. They'll probably be the same width. Look at that.
That was first year. 15 flowers first year, grown from a 9 centimetre pot, 1 plant, 15 flowers the first year. The second year, I think I counted double that. I think it was like 29, 30 flowers.
And they spread. They send out little kind of runners, don't they, under the ground. And within 2 or 3 years, you have a beautiful, great big clump of these. I never liked yellow flowers until I started.
I don't know why. I love yellow flowers.
I didn't have time of day for yellow flowers until I got hold of some of these about 3 or 4 years ago in my new garden, and I love them now.
Yeah.
But what I really adore about these Rudbeckias, the gold stem, is the flowering period. I mean, it's about 3 months. I mean, they start flowering midsummer, and even in October, you're still looking at flowers on these, and each individual flower lasts weeks. I mean, really,
they do.
Ages, yeah. And they bring in the bees, and they're nice and compact, and they are just purely joyful. That's how I describe them. They're these buttery yellow, sunshine yellow flowers for week after week after week, and they seem to grow full sun, part shade. They're not particularly fussed about soils. I will just say one thing, they do need a bit of help in the first year to get established, but once they're established, they do quite well on pretty much most soils, apart from very dry soils.
Yeah, I plant, leave, love. That's basically what I've done with my Rudbeckia. I haven't had to do anything to them other than plant them and enjoy them in the garden. You have got a really nice big, whoa,
I know, like I said, there's not much to look at above ground, but there's plenty to look at below the ground, isn't there? Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, this already in the base of that
incredible.
That root ball, there'll be some thumping great big stems already at the base there.
Yeah, there will.
So if these do not flower this year, then I'm a monkey's uncle, whatever they used to say.
Less than £4 per pot. If you are a club member, you'll get those home for £10.17. That is a really good one. 560076, the item number. Right, we're going to move on to a little bit of grow your own for you. We're first starting off with mulberry, which was also a plant of the year winner at Chelsea.
2017.
Indeed.
I took hold of one of these last week.
Did you?
I did, yeah. I'm going to start my mojo growing journey because I've been self-employed as a gardener for 40 years and I've seen mulberry trees in customers' gardens, but they are trees, like with a great big trunk.
Yeah, they're massive, aren't they?
Massive, yeah, proper big trees you can walk under kind of thing. And I've tried the berries from them, but now you can experience those berries in a plant that only gets to about 1.2 metres tall, like you see here. And it will fruit on old wood and new wood. Lovely flowers in the spring, and then these fruits turn a dark black colour. They look like great big fat juicy blackberries, and so easy to grow. It's self-fertile, it needs minimum pruning, and I don't think I've ever seen these for sale in the in the supermarkets.
I've never seen mojo berries.
No.
I've never tried
mulberries.
one. All mulberries, no.
Mulberries are beautiful, Bex. They are so nice. They are kind of like a super sweet blackberry.
Really?
Same
Oh, that
texture.
sounds just up my street.
You know, blackberries sometimes can be a little bit, kind of
tart.
Yeah, but these are like, oh, they're nice. Oh, I'll have another one. Oh, I'll have another one. Oh, I'll have another one. They're like that.
You reckon there'll be some fruits this year?
You may possibly get a few fruits on this year, but as we always say with all our fruit, whether it's pot-grown bare root, year one, kind of think roots and shoots, and then year two onwards, roots, shoots and fruits.
Yeah. They've just got to get a step. What is it? First year they sleep, second year they creep, third year they leap.
That's it, yeah, that's true. A lot of plants.
310092, the item number if you'd like to go for the wonderfully compact Mojo Berry, also plant of the year at Chelsea in 2017. Self-fertile as well, so don't worry about any complicated pollinator pairings. Very, very easy there. Quiz time. How many fruits have won Plant of the Year at Chelsea Flower Show? How long's Chelsea Flower Show been going?
Oh,
how many years has it been doing?
Over 100 years.
Yeah,
well over 100 years, because I was there for their centenary.
So how many edible fruits do you reckon have won?
I'm going to say one.
I'm going to say 3. Just this. Get out! You always win. It's the only time at the Chelsea Flower Show an edible fruit plant has won the Plant of the Year.
That time.
That's amazing. Very amazing. All right, you can get it as well. You can get it home, 310092, the item number.
And that's like as we said earlier, it's like a plant equivalent of getting an Oscar.
It is, absolutely. Right, let's move on to another grow your own, one that regulars you might remember us talking about last year. This is the fabulous honeyberry. Should we say it together?
I got this.
Right, but this is the one where you're going to get 3 9-centimetre pots, and this is good because even though this plant is self-fertile, it is better to grow it in multiples, isn't it?
You can never have too many honeyberries, to be honest. And for the last couple of years, I've been experiencing these myself. John and I, my husband, we planted one these the year before last. First year we got a few. Last year, 2025, oh my goodness me, this thing went bonkers. Great big clusters of these fruit for ages, and you actually you have to look for them, to be honest, because you get little honeysuckle type flowers in spring, and they're like sort of a goldeny yellow colour, and they appear on the branches before the leaves occur. Then the leaves come out, and you will not see these fruits stand out obvious. They're not like kind of raspberries or strawberries. Excuses like ninja fruits. You have to lift up the foliage and you'll see lovely clusters of these. These are sweet, they're zesty, they're flavoursome, they're packed with antioxidants, sugars and minerals. You will not see these in the supermarkets. And they just look awesome on a pavlova, your Weetabix, drop them into your alcoholic drinks. You can even juice them if you wanted to. And because you get 3 of these plants, you will get enough to tell you what, with 3 of these, you could be the first person ever to make honeyberry jam.
Oh, that would be delicious.
I'm sure you could do it.
probably.
If you had enough fruit.
Yeah, yeah, of course. All right, you can get a double up deal as well, so you could actually get 6 of them if you want to. I mean, they'll grow to about, ultimately and eventually, a metre height spread,
Yeah,
but it's going to take
that.
a few years to get there. If you've got the space and you want 6 of them, why not? Absolutely, you can go for that double up deal. 310034, the item number. Make sure you put 2 lots in your basket to get the double up deal. £12.72 is your discount club price if you are just going for the 3. Right, we've actually got a good 20 odd minutes left. We've shown you most of the things that we're going to show you, so we can actually go back and show you some of the most popular ones. We'll do a quick review though and show you some of the items that you have already seen. We're going to start off with those Macanas. Of course we are, the hybrid Aquilegias, and we're showing you these because these are the absolute most popular item that we have brought for you on the show today. They are available, I believe, as a double up deal. Stu's going to change the details for us so I can show you the item number. So you can get 20 of these bare roots for £14.99, a bit less if you are a club member as well. Take 15% off. That price is phenomenal. These are herbaceous perennial plants, so they'll disappear in winter, they'll come back every single year. Once you've planted them, you can pretty much leave them alone. They will do a little bit of hanky-panky with each other, and they will create their own hybrids in time as well. Look at how beautiful those flowers are. The colours are amazing, and the shape and form of them is beautiful as well, and you can tell that the pollinators are going to absolutely adore them, and plus they like growing in a slightly more shady spot in the garden. 580101 is the item number. The Perovskia, the Russian sage, that's been very popular too. I think Adam's description of this really does help, doesn't it? They will grow in the rubbishest soil. They really don't need a huge amount of time and attention from you. They could grow up to about 1 metre in height, those amazing stalks. The foliage is fragrant, the flowers are fragrant, the pollinators love them, and they are ridiculously drought tolerant. So very, very simple and easy plant for you to grow. Double up deals, you could get 6 of those pots if you want to. £12.72 club price if you're going for just 1 lot of 3 pots there. 511498 is your item number on that one. Plant of the year last year at the Chelsea Flower Show. We've got 2 plant of the year winners in the show today. This one was last year's winner, your first ever pink Philadelphus. Beautiful colour, and as you can see from that lovely lady's nose there, it's going to have a gorgeous fragrance to it as well. Philadelphus is well known for its delightful scent. It's known as mock orange, isn't it, because it's got this sweet kind of citrusy scent to it. £10 saving here. You'll get 3 of the 9cm pots. It'll grow to, and it's a dwarf one as well. It only grows to about 1 metre in height, which is perfect. 511759 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. 3 9cm pots will be winging their way to you. We've got the poppies, double up deal on the poppies, 3 in a bag, so you could get 6 of them on the double up deal. The colours are fabulous. They've got those characteristic sort of dark splotches on the petals. They're winter hardy herbaceous perennials, so no winter protection, disappearing in winter, coming back for you reliably every single year. Let them get established, first year, second year. After that, you're going to be having up to, 20 flowers per plant, maybe even a few more than that as well. You can cut them back after they're finished flowering, give them a good liquid feed, and you can often get them to do a secondary flowering in the same season. 580063, make sure you're putting 2 lots in your basket if you want the double up deal. We had the rhododendrons. Those just got delivered the other day. So you're going to get 3 colours. You're going to get a red, a pink and a lilac. And we love rhododendrons for the fact that they fill that flowering gap between your spring flowers and then your summer blooming period. These do need ericaceous compost, and their ideal scenario where they're going to thrive is a semi-shade position. 511673 is the item number. And then you've got your double Ellens. So if you want something that's going to be flowering phenomenally at this time of year, this miserable, cold, horrible month. January has 468 days in it, and it's such a long month, but you can brighten that miserable month up by planting Hellebores in your garden. 561309 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. Right, we have got the winter shrub collection for you, but this is crazy, okay? Because in the winter shrub collection, you're going to get 12 bare root shrubs, all completely different and individual, but if you want mad value and you've got the space here, you can double up and go for 2 packs of these and get 24.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
If you've got a brand new garden, a new build, this would be amazing. Let me just go through club price, Adam, and then you can talk to us about the plants if you don't mind. So if you double up as a club member, you're paying £29.73 for 24 plants, which is £1.24 per plant. And let's just talk you through some of those varieties. £1.24 for syringa.
Yeah, lilacs are expensive.
They are.
They are. There's pot grown lilac is normally £30.
There's a Philadelphus in there as well, isn't there?
Well, you've got Berberis, you've got lilac, you've got the Weigela there, you've got a Spirea, you've got a Potentilla, you've got Deutzia, you've got Hypericum, you've got Symphoricarpus, you've got Tamarix, you've got Forsythia, you've got Dogwood, and you've got a Philadelphus. So you've got a real beautiful collection in there.
Amazing collection.
All different shrubs. So you've got shrubs that are going to flower at different times of year. You've got the Dogwood, for example, that looks beautiful in the winter time with the red stems. You've got Forsythia, which is one of the earliest perennials to flower.
End of February going into March.
Yeah.
Beautiful yellow flowers on those bare stems.
All these are hardy, and I mean, the size of these as well. I mean, for bare roots. I mean, one of these, for example, I think this looks like a Philadelphus, this one. Let's just double check. Yeah, Philadelphus. So the Philadelphus like this in a 2-litre pot, you might pay £9, £10, £12. For the Philadelphus. And you say these are working out £1?
£1.24 if you've doubled up and you're in the club.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the little Potentilla here as well, which is really lovely. It's a shrub that will flower for month after month, basically, not week after week. So such an incredible collection in there. They're all bare root. They're all going to grow for you this year. Some of them will even flower for you this year. And you've got the different heights, the different colours. Some will grow in shade. Some will grow in full sun. So seriously, if you've moved into a new garden, or you know somebody who's moved into a new house, and you want to get them a gift that will bring them joy, colour, fragrance, interest for many, many years to come, go for this. It's amazing.
This is all about, well, it's all about value for money, but value for money when you're talking about the kind of plants that you're getting included in there as well. These are top-notch premium plants. You could pot these up and go and sell them down at the car boot sale once they, and make a massive profit on these. We're not allowed to do it, but you can. But you can also fill your garden with gorgeous colour. 500001 is the item number, and you can double up if you want to. It's still amazing value if you only want to go for 1 pack. But if you do want to go for the 2 packs, you're getting even better value for money there. Flipping brilliant, that one. Even if you're not a club member, they're under £2 each, which is still crazy money.
I mean, I don't know how long this is going for. What I'd like to do one day for you is with this, I'd like to show you all of these on their individual image boards side by side.
Yes.
Just laid out in 12 side by side, because that would really hit you with the impact of what you're getting in this collection.
All right, there you go. All the details you need are on the screen. 500001. Go to our show page on the website, by the way. Look for the Live Now button, and you'll be able to scroll through every item that we have got available within the YGTV show. That means every item that's got the free postage. So go to yougarden.com/TV if you want to go straight to the show page as well. It's all there. Everything you're looking at in this show page has got free postage as long as you're using that code. It's on the screen there, YGTV0426. Right, we've got the roses collection for you. Now, these are the standard roses. We have brought the olive planter back in because if you went for 2 lots of the olive planter, you'd have the 4 pots to put the rose patio standards in as well.
And you could actually grow one of these in there. Could live in there forever.
It could live in there forever.
Absolutely no problem at all. So you ought to talk about these, Bex, because I mean your experience with these is mind-blowing.
I have grown them. I mean, this is exactly what they look like when I got them back in February 2023. And I got the most amazing results first year. So February 2023, they look like this. I planted them in pots and containers on my patio. By the June, the top of this plant had absolutely filled out to this sort of size, covered in foliage, but also covered in buds and flowers. Hundreds of flowers I had that year throughout that season.
And we've seen the pictures in Bex's phone. So, I just cannot believe when Bex showed me. So if you're a cynic about bare root, if you're new to gardening, and you might be thinking, why is that muppet holding up something with roots in midair? What's he like? Well, you get these in the ground. Look.
There you go. I promise you that is first year. that's what this bare root plant turned into, and that was the 17th of June. I planted it on the, I can't remember, it was the February anyway, February the 14th or something or other. By the 17th of June, that's exactly what one of the, well, they were all looking like that. That was obviously the pink one. You will get 4 of them, and you get one of each colour. You get the red, the yellow, the pink, and the white. Of course, they are winter hardy perennial flowers as well, so they will come back for you.
The colours down for
year after year after year. All you've got to do is a little bit of pruning and do a little bit of deadheading throughout the summer months as well, because obviously deadhead will bring those extra flowers coming through for you.
But you could, I mean, you could ignore everything we've just said. You could go to a garden centre in May, early June, buy one of these covered in buds in a pot and pay anything from £30 to £35 for one single plant.
Easily. All right, 530199, big saving on there for you. 2122, you'll get all 4 of those. And we do think that the olive planters would be the perfect combination. We are bringing you these as a twin pack, so you'd need to go for 2 lots, and then you'd have a pot per plant, wouldn't you?
I mean, two of these for under £30 for 2 of these olive planters, and these are so beautiful. They're UV stable, they're frost resistant, they're lightweight, but you would think that these were high-end, expensive ceramic glazed pots.
You would, honestly, and they're not. They have got drainage hole in the bottom there. You can drill extra in if you want to. I would not do that with a ceramic planter. I mean, they're not indestructible. Yeah. They're not indestructible, but they are very, very tough. And as Adam said, UV stable, frost resistant as well, but they have the look of that beautiful glazed ceramic planter. 130505 if you'd like to add those in. They are quick moving into number 2 most popular place on the show, straight after the Aquilegias. Manure has been very good as well, very busy today. It's the perfect time, isn't it, to get this on the ground?
Definitely, because if you leave it much longer, once all the plants start to emerge from the ground, you don't want to be covering up all that new growth with the manure. So, you know, before all your hostas and your lupins and your delphiniums and all those things come through the ground, get a nice layer of this over the soil, in between them, not over the top of them, and that will add organic material to the soil. And throughout the rest of the winter, the wind, the rain, the snow, the slugs, the snails, the worms will take all that goodness down into the ground for you, and it'll be there ready for your plants once they start to grow away in the spring.
It's perfect, honestly. Add all those nutrients into the ground now, because your flowers and your plants are going to use those nutrients during the flowering season. 100148, and it is a double up deal. Put both in your basket, 2 in your basket if you want to get them. They break down to £12.50 each, or in the club £10.62 each. Use your offer code, please, to make sure that you get the savings. It is free postage on bagged products anyway, but free postage with that code on all the other items. We have also got the compost back in the potting shed for you. Of course, the best product and the best compost you'll ever use. Please don't ever run out. I've just ordered 10 bags. 10 bags.
I don't blame you. And, you know, and whenever I talk about this compost, I always kind of feel a little bit under pressure to come out with something a bit new about it.
I feel that as well.
Or kind of change what I talk about it. But you know what? That's what they do on those packets in garden centres, isn't it? On the bags in the garden centres. They keep, you know, printing all that new stuff on it all the time. It's got this, it's got that, it's got added seaweed, it's got added this, it's got, you know, and you end up being a little bit confused. You know what? I don't need to change my my spiel on this, if you like, because what I say every time is true every time. It really is our most 5-star rated, reviewed, loved product. You can see Sean using it here, and you can see all the different kind of places you can use this. Beds and borders, fruit, vegetables, houseplants, seed sowing, improving the soil. Bex was telling you earlier on, she's even mixed some with some sharp sand and created her own lawn dressing using it. It comes delivered to you in these bags to your door, so you haven't got to go to a garden centre and pick up wet, slimy, heavy bags. It's peat reduced, and even some of that we actually create from renewable sources using something called sphagnum moss. Slow release fertiliser that will feed these plants in this for up to 6 months. It's got a wetting agent. Bex was actually watering this before we came on.
Oh, yes.
With those inferior composts, sometimes you water them when they're a bit dry, it runs straight off. Bex went over the top, it just soaked straight in, as if she was pouring the water over a kitchen towel. It's pH balanced, it's not too acid, it's not too alkaline, and it will make you Compost snob.
Compost snob. Yes, we're all compost snobs in the potting shed. 100064 is the item number if you'd like to go for the premium professional compost. 2 40-litre bags there. You can multi-order on that. Please don't ever run out of it because you will be sorry. I have done it myself, run out and been disappointed by using cheap alternatives. Don't ever do that. Heavy duty pots, by the way, if you want those that you can see Sean's using, we've all got these. We all use these in our gardens. They are £16.97 and you'll get a pack of 4 of them. I grow so many plants in these pots, but I also use them for deadheading, weeding, collecting everything in. I stack bamboo canes in there so they're not falling about in the shed constantly. I put my gardening tools, my trowel, fork, spade, you know, all those little things. My kneeling pad lives in the pot in the shed, so I go and pick it up just like Sean is here, and then I take it out into the garden to go and do all of my work in the garden. You'll find so many uses for them. I love his greenhouse. I'm so jealous of his greenhouse. Temporary home for plants as well. So if you don't know what you're doing with those plants yet, just give them a temporary home in those plants. I actually do. They are my plant pot of choice as well. I don't necessarily need big old fancy, you know, gorgeous plant pots because they don't distract from the plants. Actually, when I've got them planted in the heavy duty pot, all of my focus is on the plant, not the pot. Anyway, 130011, the item number if you'd like to go for them. You're going to get 4 of them and they're 30 litres each. Right, double Ellens we've got for you. Come back over to the favourites table for the last few minutes. 6 9cm pots, huge saving.
Double Ellen are one of those plants that have got these most amazing flowers that look delicate. They look like they should be flowering in summer, but they choose to flower in the middle of winter, bringing you colour on those deep, dark, miserable days. They will start flowering about just to make me laugh. It's Tuesday, so it may have made me laugh. They start flowering at the end of January and they'll keep flowering through to the end of March. They've got evergreen foliage, so all the year through there's something interesting to look at, and they will bring in those early pollinating insects, but they will grow in full sun or full shade. You can grow them in pots and containers or in the open ground, and they just lift your mood. I mean, look, these ones are slightly bigger than what you're going to receive. We've just grown them on a little bit just to show you how tall, how beautiful, how stunning they can be. But most of the stock we've seen in the 9cm pots has buds on. I can't promise yours will flower this year, but there's a good chance.
561309 is the item number. £21.21 your discount club price. A pack of 6 of those under £3.50 each for club members. No postage to pay as long as you use that code. We have also got, in 3rd place on the show, amazing Philadelphus Petite Perfume Pink.
Oh, the P's, very alliterative.
Yeah, but it's a F rather than a P.
That's true, yeah. You could say Philadelphus if you want. Plant of the year 2025. Compact, only about a metre and a half tall. Pink as well. This is the first pink Philadelphus. Also, Philadelphus. I actually said it.
The first pink Philadelphus. Brilliant, love it.
Yeah, it is as well, but also super fragrant. And you can grow it in a pot or a container, and it's got a longer flowering period than the traditional Philadelphus. I've got one of these, Bex has got some of these, and I just cannot. First time I was on with Bex, and I saw this, I said to Bex, I'm having one of these.
You did, I remember it well.
And I've got one, and I'm so looking forward to it flowering this summer.
Yeah, me too. Right, 3 of those 9cm pots in that pack for you. 511759 is the item number, and your delivered price as a club member, as long as you're using the code, is £16.97. We'll have them out to you in just a few days. Next up, number one on the show, the Aquilegia McKenna hybrids. You can double up here and get 20 of these bare roots.
It's not surprising, because when you look at the flowers, I mean, what's so incredible about these is the different colours, even on one flower. I mean, they almost look like they're made up. Sometimes you go online and you see things like this and you think, oh, they're fake.
I think AI has made it.
Yeah, AI's made that.
Yeah.
This is reality. This is the colour selection you will get on these. And look at those little spurs that
They're
come
amazing.
out the back of the flower. These are going to be adored by the pollinating insects. But what is really nice about Aquilegias is if you've got a shady border and you want flower colour, these are as happy in shade as they are in sun. and they are very, very tough. They do not care how cold it gets in winter because their very thick, fleshy taproot lives underground. Late winter, you start to see the beautiful leaves emerge, and then May time, you get these flowers about this tall for week after week after week, and you can even use them as cut flowers as well.
580101 if you want to double up, put 2 in your basket and use your code to get your free postage. This week's code, by the way, is YGTV0426. Final item on the favourites table is the Perovskia that's called Prime Time, and it is a variety of Russian sage.
It's a Russian Bond girl, isn't it?
Yeah, Perovskia, Prime Time.
But this is a plant
Hello, Mr. Bond.
that is good for those really punishing places. You know that part of your garden sometimes you've got that awful soil, you know that dry patch where the cats do their doo-doos and it drives you mad? That kind of soil, and it's stony, shaly, gravelly. Everything you try in there wilts, gets burnt, gets scorched, doesn't want to grow. This is your solution for that area of your garden. This can go down to -20. It'll get to about probably half a metre, possibly 75 centimetres tall. Beautiful glaucusy blue foliage that's really, really fragrant, a very sagey kind of fragrance to it. And then for many, many months, these spikes and spires of beautiful dark blue flowers, and the bees, the butterflies, the lacewings, the hoverflies will be buzzing around in these, and it's tough.
It's tough as old boots, this one. Right, you can get a pack of 3 of the 9 centimetre pots, or you can double up and you can get 6 if you want to. 511498 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. What a busy show we've been having. Thank you. I can very much tell we are getting towards the end of January.
As we walk away from those, so yin and yang those two as well. So Aquilegia is brilliant for shade and damp. Perovskia is good for hot sun and drought.
There you go. Yes, it's very clear we're getting to the end of January and everybody's starting to think about their, spring, summer gardens, all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Right, we've got the twin pack of the olive green planters for you. These are the big ones. These are the 40 centimetre diameters. Less than £30 for both of them. £15 each.
You can see how big they look. There's like fit right over your head, like that. Huge.
Sort of thing I would do.
Big bulky pots.
They are. The thing with these is,
wouldn't matter though.
Even big mature plants could live in here for the rest of their lives. That's the sort of size we're talking about.
Pretty much everything we've got on the show today. The mojo berry, for example. That mojo berry.
That would be good.
That could live in there forever.
Yep.
Definitely. Those rhodies could probably live in there pretty much forever.
I like the idea of the citrus.
Even our rose, climbing rose, you could probably... Oh, look, that looks awesome in there, Bex.
Love a citrus in there.
Good thing about that as well is you can put your ericaceous compost in there, so it'll be really happy. You could work out with that, couldn't you?
You could.
It's that volcanic soil. Even our rose of the week, even though it's a climber, that would be all right in there for a couple of 2 or 3 years, as long as you kept it really well watered and fed. So, these are so adaptable for so many different plants. Even our bare root we've been talking about today, all our bare root perennials, they'd be happy in here as well.
2 of them, plastic but UV stable, frost resistant. Beautiful as well. Price is just crazy on that. Under £30 for both of them. 130505 is the item number, and an option to go in these pots would be one of the rhododendrons. Now you're going to get a triple pack here, a lilac, a red and a pink.
And these are great. These only ever get to about 2 metres tall eventually, but they're nice and slow growing. They've got this nice dome shape to them. And if you haven't got acid soil in your garden, these pots would make brilliant hosts for these for many, many years to come, because you could just put ericaceous compost in these and still enjoy rhododendrons. And with rhododendrons, they're tough. They've got this lovely evergreen foliage that looks good all the time. I adore rhodies. I've got about half a dozen in my garden. I'm lucky I've got acid soil. But as I say, if you haven't, get yourself a couple of olive planters, because I've seen these for near enough 30 quid for one. So the price on these is, really, really out there today.
I would always urge you to, when you're buying your plastic pots, because I do know there are bargain shops out there and you can go and you can buy very cheap plastic pots. However, as somebody who has done that in the past, what you'll find is that those are cheap plastic, nasty plastic. They'll last a season and then they'll get brittle, they'll crack, they'll break, and you'll throw them away. So please don't buy those. But actually, we are bringing you these at those bargain prices, but they don't have that bargain quality. These are designed to last you for many years. UV stability, frost resistance. that's the important thing with these plastic pots, and they're lightweight as well. Right, please make sure that you are checking out your basket. We have reached the end of our 2-hour show today. The show will be available on Catch Up. Stu's going to keep it playing, so if you do want to, if you've just joined us and you want to go back and watch, go and have a look on YouTube and on the website. You can watch this show back at any time. We will be back next Thursday for another live instalment of YGTV. Thank you so much for your company, as always. Thank you.
Thanks, Bex.
For your knowledge.
Today. Lovely, thanks.
Totally enjoyable. And enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be on TikTok from 5 if you want to come and join us on there. Lots of love. Mwah to you all.
Bye.
Have a wonderful day.